Ah. 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 Oh. Test. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
You are baby girl.
Oh my god, me when I win? Oh, it was guaranteed! Thank you for the 20! Thank you! If you got gifted a sub, please, please say thank you to your sub daddy and appreciate the ad-free viewing experience and the emotes. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So thank you for the tier 1. Of course, Sleepy, thank you for the tier 1. Pickle, thank you for the prime. Gray, thank you for the 20. And Skulldark, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome in everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hey. Hey. How y'all doing?
You are not baby girl.
Peta, thank you for the 5, even if I lose my 50-50. But thank you for the 5 gifted. If you got gifted a sub, make sure to say thank you to your sub daddy. Appreciate the ad-free viewing experience and the emotes. Welcome in, you guys. Wandering Soul, thank you for the prime. How y'all doing? It's the 27th. It's a Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. Today's Saturday. Guys, the days of the week, I swear to God, it's so off. Like it feels so off. Right? Like, is it just because like other people are off and it's throwing me off like on like what day it is? What do you mean? It's with no, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Hunter, thank you for the 2 years. Damn, that's crazy. Holy shit, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're back from Japan. Need to know what time it is even? No, for real. Okay, hold on. Let me open hold on, a Blood and Tithe. A Tithe and Blood. I keep like switching the title in my brain for some reason. Did you guys watch me and Molly play Tavern yesterday? Ale and Tail Tavern. That game's actually pretty fun. Bum, bum. It was a long stream. The English accents are great. I apologize for any person we offended with our British accents. I don't even know what accent we were doing by the end of it. I'm gonna be real honest. I think it was like a Cockney accent or whatever. It was an accent. Like, what accent? I don't know, but an accent. Oh my god. Yo, I'm like tired. Is that all shit? I don't know, man. It's actually an obligation to offend the British. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely one of the accents of all time. Thank you, thank you. It's the American way. Yes, as an American, it's my job, my blood right to butcher all accents that I attempt to make. One day I'll learn how. Deku is better than that. What? Imagine Deku was British. Oh, hello there, everybody. I can't do two at once. I can't do two at once. That's too difficult for me. I can't do that. Like... Wow, wow. You're almost Ash Ketchum? Yeah. I mean, I think any shonen protagonist sounds the same. Is that a hot take?
You are baby girl.
Shorter Asian, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you. And I won the 50-50. Hell freaking yeah. Thank you so much. If you guys give it a sub, make sure to say thank you to your sub. I appreciate the everything experience and the emotes. Guys, we're actually gonna finish a game today. Guys, I'm gonna like have a log for all games that we finish. And so like by the end of next year, I can be like, how many games did I finish this year? And like my count's already gonna be at 2 because I'm counting games finished in December as next year. Because I can do that.
On the 10th day of Yurimas, my Hoshi gave to me 10 stellar jades, 9 different Mina voices, 8 hours of testing, 7 dahlias to E6, 6 fucking 7, 5 dahlia light cones, 4 unbricked accounts, 3.0 Mina, 2 strap sisters, and 1 happy ending with Victoria.
You mean Iris?
Toxin happy.
Actually, you mean Iris? It's cheating? No, it's not. Because if I'm going from December to December. So like the game, it's like, you know, your Spotify Wrapped is really only from November to October. But they call it like your year-end wrap, but it like includes the last 2 months of the year. Yeah, the good old December to December. Exactly. So yeah, anyways, so I'm already at 1 completed game, which is Love Curse. What else did I finish? Dispatch, I'm counting as well. I don't care if that was November. What else is there? Like, what else have I finished? Is that the only 2 games I finished last month? About to claim Nier. I already claimed Nier. Nier's last year though. What other games have I finished? E3, that's last year. I still count that for last year. Like, no, like, what have I played in November and December? Nier's account has multiple endings. What do you mean? You went to Japan and then gotcha? Shit. How long to be said that E33 is the most finished game? It makes sense because Mina finished it. Hear me out. Okay, rude. It's a good game. And it's not insanely long where I feel like most people who start it can finish it. Because the game's like 60 hours. I'm sorry, like I don't have 500 hours like every JRPG wants me to have. Dispatch was the perfect length of 8 hours. 9 hours with my stalling. Hunter, thank you for gifting a sub to Phoebus. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't your job to play games for long hours? No. Because we play a lot of live service games, and it's not my fault those games don't end, so they can never be completed because they don't freaking end. Like, I'm sure I have, like, at least 300 hours in Star Rail. But the game never ends, so, like, it never gets to count as complete. Because there's no ending. That's not fair. Yeah, at least 300. I'm sure there's more. Bum, bum. You can count the versions as completed? No. I mean, I could, and I completed a lot of games this year. Okay, what if we could, like, okay, maybe not every patch, but maybe, like patch cycles. So, like, 1.0 is considered a game. 2.0 is considered a game. 3.0 is considered a game. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. That's what you meant? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Then I finished Star Rail. And then I finished Zenless. And I finished Wuwa. That's great. Guys, we beat the game. Oh my god, I got an eyelash in my eye. You never finished Honkai Impact Part 1 though? I finished what I needed to finish. Did you finish? You didn't do 2. I did 2.7. That's the end. It's the end of Renacita, okay? Yeah, close enough. Dun, dun. Nier Replicant can technically be beaten in like 15 hours. I think I have like 30 to 40 hours already in Nier Replicant, and I am not done. Although I finished the game, but I'm not done. I finished Danganronpa 2. I can't wait for the next one to come out so that I can beat it again. I still need to beat Hades 2, though. That's a game I genuinely want to finish. So, like, I gotta finish that one. When we finish, like, the Yuri games, I definitely want to pick up Hades 2 again. And then I want to play Unbeatable as well. Are you gonna do just the new route of Danganronpa 2? I don't know. I have to wait till it comes out so I can figure out. Maybe more secret streams for Hades 2. I really enjoy the secret one. Dun, 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 dun. You hope they make a Dispatch 2. It's probably gonna take them a billion years. So like what I'm quickly learning about video games is that if I ever want a sequel, like forget about the game, and in like 5 years, one will come out maybe. You feel like Dispatch doesn't need a sequel? I think with Dispatch, it would make more sense for them to pick like a new protagonist, because like if they do anything about Robert's story, then like however the game can like start will like invalidate an ending. So it might be better to focus on other dispatchers. A lot of people will be upset with the new cast. I think they'll be upset no matter what, because if they start and Vizzy's evil, then everyone who worked hard to make her good will be mad. And if she's good, everyone who's a Blazer Glazer will also be mad. So I just feel like there's no winning with a season 2 with like a story that has like very different endings. Because then you would have to like pick one. That's the Mass Effect dilemma. I've never played Mass Effect. I should. I heard it's good. Don't. Why? Don't. I heard it was good. Why not? It's great, but don't. You know what game my brother keeps trying to get me to play? Red Dead Redemption 2. He's like a Rockstar Games like shill though. He's the one who took my PS5 and refuses to give it back. I did give it to him, so like he can have it. But I did give it to him, and then when they announced GTA 6, I'm like, yo, can I have that back? And he said no. Just because I wanted to mess with him, because I know he really wants to play GTA 6. And so when they like announced it, I was like, yo, dude, can I have it? Because this is when it was still supposed to come out this month. I was like, can I have my PS5 back in November? And he said, it's mine now. And then they delayed GTA 6. So I think that's funny to spite him. Like, I didn't even want it anyways, but I think that's funny. Listen, guys, I'm just saying, we're getting The Sims in Love and Deep Space before GTA 6 comes out, and that's crazy. Oh, I did purchase Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So there is that game. I purchased it because it was on sale. I also want to play the Tomb Raider series. I also did buy that. I did buy the Walking Dead series as well. And I bought the Wolf Among... I bought a lot of games this Steam sale. You guys, my goal for 2026 is genuinely, I'm going to be a variety gamer who plays Star Rail once a month. Or I guess like for a week out of the month. That's like my goal for 2026. You've been that? Yeah, but more. That's been you? Yeah, but more. I've had the Somnium Files, never played it. I think I played it for like 10 minutes, but I never got very far in it. It's really good. You guys say every game is good. Also, Zenless and Moon. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, Star Rail is always my priority. A lot of games are good for you. Hell yeah. Are you ever gonna play the Life is Strange series? I don't know. I heard I heard the first one's good. I'd love to see you play Life is Strange. I'm just worried you'll either love it or hate it. I mean, like, you never know until I actually play it. I feel like for the most part, I'm pretty receptive to games until, like, I think it takes a lot for me to not like something. Or, like, for me to genuinely not like something. I feel like if I don't like it, I'm like, oh, whatever. You didn't expect Nier to click as much as it did. I think with me, Nier was, like, I already put so many hours into it. I was going to like it. I just had to get used to like the controller because my hand was cramping while playing that. No, Nines was such a cutie. I didn't think I was gonna love him as much as I did. He was so cute. Didn't even know he existed. I know, E30, like, I've just been playing a lot of controller games. I'm, like, getting so good at the controller. I'm so ready for the lads. Okay, no, guys. Okay, I need to talk about this. I was talking about this with Molly last night. And, like, off stream. Lads fandom, I don't think they're here. So, like, I should be safe saying this. So don't clip this, you guys. Because I'm going to complain about them for a moment. They're so entitled. I'm sorry. Infold's being so generous for their 2nd anniversary and people are upset. And I'm like, this is the most generous I've ever seen a game be to me in my entire life. Like, I feel appreciated and loved with all the features and the rewards that they're giving out. And then people are still complaining online about the rewards. And I'm like, bro, go play literally any other gacha game. Hopefully you don't get canceled. Well, they don't even watch my content. Like, what do you mean? Like, but like the rewards are so generous, and I'm like, holy shit, they're doing so much. We're getting a whole Sims mode. Like, they're actually letting you decorate your own house. Star Rail literally could never. Coming from a Star Rail shill, you actually get to decorate your home, and like put the couch where you want to put it. Can you explain the Sims mode? Literally, Love and Deep Space is making a Sims mode where you can decorate your home however you like. You can invite the boys over and you can interact with them like the Sims. So you can cuddle with them, you can make them clean, you can work out with them inside of your home. And it's literally like a little Sims inside the game. Like, it's crazy. And they're giving us the house and like 1,000 pieces of furniture for free. They're also giving out like a shit ton of gems. We're getting a free permanent 5-star. We're getting like so many rewards, 2 outfits, lots of accessories. Like, they're giving out so much stuff, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like a lot of stuff for like an anniversary. I don't know, I'm used to getting like 30 pulls and like that's it. It's a 5-star selector, so you get to pick any permanent 5-star that you want. And then they're also giving us 5 free 4-stars, so you get like all of the boys that you like, all the new boy 4-stars. You're also getting a selector for like one of the Galaxy Explorer cards, and those are the ones that like I was like trying my ass off to get that one Caleb card because you can only get it by luck in the Galaxy Explorer. And so now they're giving you one where you can just pick one that's in there. Like, I'm sorry, this is so much. How many there's 5 boys and lads, so like they all have a bunch of cards. Yeah, now I can R1 the one I want. Yeah. They're giving away marriage. Wow. Well, they already have the marriage banner, which I basically got the E6 equivalent for Caleb, as one does. Oh no, their steak is too juicy. No, literally. I don't know. I just feel like Infold was really generous, and like I had no complaints about anything. I was like, wow. After like losing 180 polls to Manhattan Cafe, like anything is nicer than that to me. So like I love Infold. Infold, I'm open to sponsors. I know my community is mainly men, but they can also watch Love and Deep Space they can watch me simp for Caleb. It's no longer Yurimas, so we can talk about men a little bit. We love both here.
It's okay, Mina. I just turned Silas the best Santa Claus. Not only he celebrated Christmas with me, he made sure that went inside my chimney first and light it on fire until I can sing his name as Christmas carol. Merry Christmas, chat and Mina you woo.
Merry Christmas, Memer. I hope you had a lovely holiday. Make sure to practice aftercare. You got a new phone, you've been wanting to finally play lads, and it's gonna take all your will not to skip the Silas chapter and do it in order. Yeah. What you could do is do the Silas chapter real quick to unlock him. Like, don't pay attention to it, just to unlock, and then, like, go back and watch it in order. So that's a possibility. It's funny how you can track Mina's polls based on her last login into Uma. Any stretch means she missed on polls. Yeah. And I'm sorry, after not getting a single 3-star and 180 polls, genuinely, the idea of logging in pissed me off. Like, I needed to cool off. I'm sorry, like, it genuinely pissed me off. That I needed a break. I'm like, this game is not sparking joy. Like, I love Uma Musume, love the girlies, love all of it, but logging in right now pisses me off. So I had to take a step back for my own mental health. JP Gacha, no, guys, JP Gachas are like the worst gachas ever. Like, don't play any JP Gacha. Go play the Chinese ones. They at least have a pity system that's like nicer. I'd rather go to 90 and then go to 100 and then go to 200 to get to guarantee. No, if I went to 180 and got rice shower, my phone would be broken. I'm sorry. No, at least I won my rate up, but it took 180 to even see a 3-star. Skip both, go Korean. It depends, you know. It's just whatever, you know, okay. Hey guys, I got a new phone again. You love the gameplay so much you don't mind the rates. See, that's the ideal thing. That's the ideal scenario, but I got triggered. I had to take a step back for my own sake. Lads loves me. I can lose all my 50-50s, but I still get lucky. So then like I forgive Caleb because I'll lose my 50-50 and the next 10 pull it's Caleb. Like this has happened consistently where I R3'd him on the current banner and I lost every 50-50, but every single 10-point pull afterwards I got him. So it was basically all doubles. And so I got him to like his R3, so that's 4 copies in 210 pulls. That's so lucky. When the pity is at 70. You just wish the dailies didn't take so long. That's a mood. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah. I just think Infield was really generous, and I understand why people were complaining, but you know, it's fine. Country girls make do. I'll accept it. Infield, I'm open to sponsors. Please sponsor me on a Caleb banner. Last time you guys sponsored me on a Zane banner, and like I was trying so hard to be polite because I just don't care about him. I care about Caleb. I don't care about any of the other boys. I'm loyal to my one and my one only. You have a weird time with gacha. You play consistently bad luck, and you take long breaks. Great Gemba luck. Oh, okay, wait, sorry. My brain had to comprehend that sentence. Yes. They're like rewarding you if you take a break because they want you to keep playing. But if you keep playing, they're like, we can treat you like shit because you'll keep playing. You'll keep playing. Yeah. I'm so excited for the Sims feature though, you guys. I'm gonna be living in that mode. Like, I'm pulling the iPod out so I can play on my iPad. Did I ever get to watch the 90s Mummy movie? I have never seen it, actually. You hope one day they give the Nier Gacha game the Octopath Zero treatment? Oh, what does that mean? Make it a real game? Oh. You're excited for a Sims 5 equivalent? When is the Sims 5 coming out? I thought they made the Sims 4 free because they were going to make the Sims 5, but like, where is it? Are we ever getting one? Why never? Why do you say never? Why would you say never? They make so much money off of expansion. Well, they can make even more money with a Sims 5 and then make expansions. Is Inzoi not a good Sims game? I don't know. I tried Inzoi because they like gave me a key, but it just didn't hit the way that like the Sims hits. But my Sims. Well, Sims thrives on the mods. Wicked Whims, my beloved. But I only really play Sims like once a year, and I'll play it for like 30 hours in like 3 days, and then like I won't touch it again for the rest of the year. You should play on stream one day. No. My Sims account, my Sims games are between me and God. No one else needs to see what happens in my Sims games. Those are for me. You ever use cheat codes or oh, 100%. I always do like the motherload ones. I don't want to work. I don't want my Sims to work. They don't need to be stressed by having a job. Their job is to look hot and be players. And be menaces to the society. Bum, 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 bum. She has mods in there and probably can't. I don't know if I've played Sims since I started playing Lads. I don't recall. You stopped playing Sims when they made them die with old age. Why? Mina tells us stories of what she did with Sims. No. You You can make Caleb and... Well, now they brought Sims to lads, so that's all that really matters. I'm so excited for that. Bum, bum, bum. You guys, I can't believe the year's almost over. Like, dead ass. Like... Oh, where'd my internet go? Are we back? Hello? We're back? Okay. Yeah, I like saw the internet hiccup happen. I mean, 2 months of the year, you were in a subathon fugue state? Yeah. 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 But, like, surely whenever the next model eventually gets... I don't even know when the next model is going to be done, though. That's the thing. Like, I actually don't have, like, a timeline for when the model's going to be finished in the rigging. So, like, I genuinely have no idea. Stop touching the hot stove. What hot stove? What hot stove? Hello? You were about to tempt fate in regards to another subathon. I heard... What? No. I said I don't know when the next one would be. Because it would be with the next model, but I don't know when we're getting the next model. So, like, I don't know when the next subathon will be. Like, I think at most, probably next year. If the model's not ready next year. Because it really just depends on rig. I might do one for my birthday, but like maybe like a week-long subathon. Because like I wouldn't just want to do one like the later the better. Yeah. Like I don't want to just like do one to do one. Like I would like there to be a reason. So like if I can't have like a model as a reason, I'd just do it for my birthday because that's a reason, I guess. She's learning to never uncap. I'll put an uncap goal at like an unreachable number. Like I learned 15,000 is a reachable number, so we won't do that. We'll put it at more. How long did it take to get to the 15,000? It took like what, 2 weeks? We didn't track it that well. I'm thinking about vibes. Because it was the day that I did the giveaway. But what day was that? Was it still in May or was it in June? Yeah, the train of 27. May 15th happened and suddenly it was July. Yeah. Yeah, 15K in less than a week. Yeah, that's steep, exactly. So I don't think that would happen. Anyways, that's the future's problem, not my current problem. Will we get another meme model like the hot dog? I don't know. Get some vibes. The train of 25 is such a dark day. Guys, can I say something? Can I admit to something? The subathon's long over, so I think I can finally admit to this. After the treasure train of 25, I turned off treasure trains on my channel. I turned them back on the moment the subathon ended. And that's why you guys never had another treasure train during the subathon. I sorry, one treasure train and you guys added over 4,000 subs? Yeah, I was turning that shit off. In like in literally 1 hour, the timer went up 100 hours. I was never doing that again. Why don't you want our money? I'm not when I had a timer. Understandable, but scam. Next time I'll go harder thanks to this what? Why? I'm not upset. I want drama. What does the treasure train do? Basically, the treasure train is like you get the 35% off on subs. But like Twitch does it now all the time, but it was announced, I guess, during the subathon where you would randomly get like the discounts, and we kept getting it, and so then I turned it off so that I could stop getting it because they were crazy. It was only twice. Yeah, and the second time you lost your privileges. So I turned it off. Yeah, and then my internet died afterwards, which was insane. One incident of 100 hours is all it takes. Yes! Bro, my spirit was like broken when I saw like the 200 timer. You opted out of the week discount too. Yeah, I basically opted out of all, like, I was like, no more. I couldn't handle 90 minutes or 30 minutes of a treasure train. You wanted me to handle a week of a treasure train? Yes. No. The pain of your voice was heard. Yeah, yeah. It was fun though. I look back fondly. I genuinely think subathons are like giving birth. Really painful during the moment, but then like you kind of forget about the pain when it's over. Why are you saying what? Why are you saying what? I'm right. Like, I think the subathon like made like a really good community. So type 2 fun, yeah. Why did you compare it to that? Well, like, because people always say, like, after they give birth, like, they forget about the pain. And that's why they have second babies. It's a good analogy. Dun, 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 dun. Would you rather have a few of huge once and done bulk of subs, or a lot of consistent small amounts of subs that steadily raises the timer? Assuming both methods are the same end goal in the long run. If it's the same end goal, I prefer smaller amounts over like consistently, because it's less stressful. Because now I hear Faye's voice and I still I flinch. Mina and I have different concerns. Yeah. As someone who's never given birth, I fully agree. As someone who's also never given birth, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. I think my favorite sub alert though is the Kafka one and the Robin one. I think those are my two favorite sub alerts. And also like the Nya one. That's a good one. No, the Faye one gives me PTSD. Dun, dun, dun. So instead of 3,000 during the whole thing, just drop it in a day. Hunter, please don't do that. That would break me. Is there a 200 or a 1,000 sub alert? No. Please never do the 200 or 1,000 subs. That's really stressful. Don't do that. don't do that. Please don't do that. Are those available? I think they're available, but like you don't have to click them. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Exactly. I want the 1,000 just to be saying, what? Just me go, what? That'd be so funny. That'd be literally the funniest shit on earth. Like... Bro, Twitch really needs to hit them end of the year quarters, huh? They just keep adding shit. I don't even, you know, I don't want to think about this. We're not doing a subathon right now. What we're gonna do right now is finish a Yuri game. That's our plan for the day. How much longer do I have left from where I am in the story to completing the game, though? We're in Act 3. Dev implied like 1 to 2 hours. Okay, that's not bad. Like 2-ish hours? Okay. Nice. Perfect. That's why I'm yapping a little bit longer today. Oh my god, also, did you guys enjoy Little Goody Two Shoes on Thursday? I really enjoyed it. You got a little scary towards the end, but like, it's really fun. Did any of you guys get it? Oh my god, you guys, earlier today, this is when I realized I truly am my mother's child. And we're talking, and she's on her phone, and she's like, oh my god, look. And she's showing me like these supplements that she bought a while ago. We've been taking them. They're like vitamin gummies. And we've been taking them. They're like, I guess they're good for you or whatever. And she's like, they're on sale right now. Mind you, we still have. And she's like, if I buy the set, I can get a tote bag. I'm like, Mom, why do we need a tote bag? We have so many tote bags. And she's like, but it's gonna sell out, but we can get a tote bag. She's like, I want the tote bag. I'm like, Mom, we have so many tote bags. We don't need another tote bag, Mom. She bought a set. You guys, you don't understand how many tote bags we have. Genuinely, we have so many tote bags. We go to the store and we have like at least like 5 or 6 tote bags on hand for our grocery. We have a lot of tote bags. There's never enough tote bags. There's enough. She doesn't take them to school though. She has a tote bag with her name engraved on it, like embroidered on it. So she has a fancy tote bag for work. This is just a regular ass tote bag. Give me a number. Why? 5. That's my favorite number. Tote bag priceless. You own like 15 tote bags? Holy shit. We do have a few tote bags though, because I actually stopped buying tote bags at cons. So I bring my own. I have like a Robin one that I just bring to cons now. So I can stop buying at conventions. Because I used to buy tote bags at conventions to hold my shit. Oh, an estimate of how many? Oh, we have a lot of tote bags. We have at least like 6 or 7. What's a tote bag? A tote bag. It's just like a reusable bag. Generally made out of cloth. You can decorate a wall in a room with just tote. Oh my god, you guys. Today, I actually bought something. I don't know how to pronounce it. An armoire. Basically, my room is really small. And I don't have a closet. Like, I have a closet. But... hey, you guys got the... Okay, you know what you know what it was. Did I say it right? A moire? A moi? A moi? I did? Oh, wow. Oh my god. I said it right? Crazy. I played Expedition 33 once and suddenly I'm a French master. But I bought one that's like a corner one for my room because my closet's really small. Like I have genuinely a very small closet and like I have too many clothes. And so all my clothes just genuinely don't fit in my closet and my dresser. And so I got an armoire. Armoire. I forgot how I said it correctly. But I bought one that's like a corner piece one so it can go between like my dresser and like the corner of the room. How wide are the corner? I don't know, like 30 inches. But I'm really excited for it. You're in the middle of the game, so late response, but the whole thing about buying too many bags is painfully relatable. You're a bag fiend. Real and true. Dun, dun. It's like Shumei again. Shredja. I said it right. Oh my god, today I got my Adidas jacket. The one that I ordered. Shredja. Shredja. Bum, bum, bum. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Dun, dun. Oh, I accidentally punched my mic. Oh my god, you guys. So, like, it's been really dry outside. Sorry, just like my brain just has so many thoughts to talk to you guys about. It's been really dry outside lately because it's cold and it's winter. And so my elbow, like, the skin of it came off. And so now I have a band-aid on my elbow because it's just like an open wound. Skin should be on your body. Yeah. Are you? Oh, I'm fine. It burned a little bit. It kind of just happened. It didn't hurt happening. You not moisturize regularly? I do. I'm just really dry. Especially like in the winter. And especially my elbows. But the thing is like, only one of my elbows. The other elbow is fine. But like, it's not even just like a crack and bleed. It's like, the entire skin of my elbow is gone. But it's fine. I'm good now. For the most part, I think. Yeah, I'm practicing my blood magic. Trash Boat, thank you for the tier 1. 55 months is absolutely crazy. Gotta play more Yuri games to get less dry. Oh my god, you're so right. Guys, I'll come tell you, guys, remind me tomorrow I need to go to Ulta. I need under eye cream and I need hair oil. I'm almost out of hair oil, so I need new hair oil. You guys don't actually have to remind me. It's fine. I have it in my planner. Guys, I've been using my planner, by the way. And also, TMI, I added a poop tracker. So I can keep track of how many times I poop. Like, in a week. Because I feel like I should know this information. I have to be a healthy girl for 2026, you guys. It's my goal. My current average, honestly, it's been really healthy right now. I mean, guys, girls don't poop. This is like allegedly. Because I've been taking my magnesium regularly. Guys, take magnesium. Yeah, hypothetical because girls don't poop. But yeah. The girls in chat can corroborate with this. You and your friends do a poop map to show each other where you poop in the world. That's so funny. Sometimes you gotta monitor that kind of thing. Right? Like farts. I've never farted once in my life. I also don't burp, but I like genuinely don't burp. I like hiccup instead of burping. I don't know why my body does that. Can't confirm, never pooped in my life. See? Girls never poop. Anyways, we're gonna start playing the game. Girls do blood rituals though. Once a month. Alright, let me pause the music.
Tithe in blood.
Tithe in blood. Alright. I have to get back in the mindset now. We were talking about like bodily fluids. Okay. Let me prepare my voice to start reading. Alright. Sit back and relax, you guys. It only took us 56 minutes to get here. The trees ringing in the cemetery lie bare, the winter's chill having seen to the leaves. With the grass field covered by frost, all to be seen are so many pillars of granite rising from the white snow. The Asakawa family grave stands among them. On its side, 2 names are written. Oh? I lay my vivid bouquet before it, before stepping back in solemn silence, as if in response, a freezing breeze whistles through the bare, spindly branches around me. Another sound soon rings out across the quiet cemetery, the rhythmic tap of Tatiana's smart business shoes as she walks up beside me.
待ちくたびれたの？そんなところだ。
She looks down to the freshly placed flowers on the grave, their color out of place in the otherwise maudlin gray and white of our surroundings.
紫のヒヤシンス。
Hyacinth?
花言葉は許し。娘さんがあんなに苦しんだからね。
Aww.
せめてこれだけでもと思って。
I heard Musume. Shino's so kind. She gives a sullen nod before joining me in silently paying my respects. Perhaps seconds later, perhaps minutes, a family arrives and meets with the local priest. After exchanging pleasantries, he leads them off to another area of the cemetery, its graves newer than these. Even here, life continues on.
お前は魔術師だろ。
Oh. Uh-oh, she figured it out.
なんとなく気づいてたんでしょ？魔術師の直感というやつだな。
I give a small smile in spite of myself. It doesn't last long.
ずっと疑っていたが、今ここではっきりさせておきたい。お前が偶然私たちの計画に加わったとは思えない。
You know what I'm realizing? Shino can never participate in blood magic because she doesn't have blood because she's like a puppet.
カオルと話しても、最近お前の話ばかりだ。カオルの目を欺けても、私には通用しない。お前の行動は矛盾ばかりだ。お前は米原様が私たちを雇う数日前に仕事を求めてやってきた。根なし草なのに、どういうわけか、世界中を旅する金を持っていて、カオルの過去を気にも留めない。それは目をつぶるとしても、最後の失態だけは見過ごせなかった。
Oh, a last slip up?
私とカオルがほのかの家から離脱したとき、お前もあの場に戻ってきたばかりだった。どうしてそう思ったの？ 車内が冷えていたからだ。車を降りた時、車内はヒーターがついていて暖かかった。だが戻ると、お前はエンジンもかけていなかった。
何回やってもエンジンがかからなかったって言ったら信じてくれる？
嘘が下手だな。
Well, I mean, like, Madame Devner, Tatiana's VA, Jenya, is also a Russian native. Oh!
練習が足りな
That's
かっ
why
たか
her
な。
Russian's good. Wait, okay, if Shino did like the transmigration, why would she turn off the car? Because I feel like my body would still be kind of cold, no? I give a long breath in defeat. As usual, the cloud of condensation never comes forth. Of all the places to have this conversation, perhaps this one is darkly appropriate.
私の魔術は魂を他のものに定着させることでね。前の体と身元はとっくに埋葬されてて、魂だけを私が作った器に移してる。何度も何度も新しい体に転移してきた。今の体もその一つ。おかしいよね。前は嘘をつかなきゃいけないことばかりで、ずっと嘘をついてた。それこそ息を吐くようにね。
ならなぜやめた？
道徳的にと言いたいところだけど、そうじゃないの。生きる意味を見つけたから。正確には自分で作った。
I made one.
人間って面白いよね。嘘をつくと何もかもつまらなくなっちゃう。ゲームをつまらなくするチートコードみたいにさ。
お前はもう自分を人間だと思っていないのか？強い魔術師は人間らしさを維持しようとあがくものだが、それをただ捨てたと。
そりゃ何世代も生きたら自分の経験が普通の人間のものとは全く違うって思うよ。
God, how old is Shino? I look up to the oldest part of the cemetery, just a few rows over. Yonahara's emptiness is the same as what I felt. The same that Honoka feels.
人間は死を恐れるけど、その死こそ人間を人間たらしめている悲しいパラドックスだよね。
だからこの件に関わろうとしたのか。
I give a simple nod.
似てるんだよね。昔の私とほのかちゃん。あの子は他の人より高く飛べたのに、絶望に飲まれてしまってた。あまりに多くを失って生きる意味を見出せなくなってた。うつ病が辛いのは悲しいからじゃない。苦しいのは悲しみが欠けてしまったから。いずれ涙も出なくなる。
Damn.
幸せもない。本当に何もないの。悲しみよりも深い虚しさが残るだけ。誰も口にしないのはもう一つの部分。心の中から湧き上がってくる闇。闇は人を蝕み、壊そうとする毒。毒に蝕まれれば不公平な世界への怒りへと変わる。私も感じたことがある。あなたを退けたほのかちゃんにその怒りを感じたの。だからほのかちゃんに証明したかった。この世界には生きる価値があるって。どんなに欠点だらけでも誰も見限るべきじゃないと思ったから。
うまくいったのか？
ダメだった。
お前のせいじゃないし、他の誰のせいでもない。人生とは正しいと思ったことを全てにしても時に失敗するものだ。
She runs a hand through her hair, perhaps pulling herself out of the situation for a moment to reflect.
改めて言うが、私はお前を説教できる立場ではない。それにしても、 お前が何世代も親とは信じられん。
よく言われる。
どうやら私は風変わりのはぐれ者を拾う癖があるらしい。
Oh. Herbster, thank you for the resub. Act 3, Scene 5, The Edge of Nowhere. I idly swing my legs to and fro as I sit at the counter in Tatiana's bar, browsing websites on my phone while barely registering that's actually on the screen. I don't make much of a barfly. I think I'll leave this scene to the pros like Tatiana. In a brief moment of focus, I look at the date on the top of the screen. Monika's hospital stay will be ending in a few days. Whether to visit her afterwards to make sure she gets back on her feet is an idea I've talked myself into and out of constantly. A movement from the corner of my eye makes me look to Tatiana, my companion cleaning the various nozzles and utensils to prepare for the night's customers. Most of the time, I see her here. She's cleaning something or another. Everything has to be perfect in her little slice of the world.
で、タチアナはどう思ってんの？好きな人のために過去の世界へなんてロマンチックじゃない？
Like maybe without all the blood.
そういう考えには興味がない。なぜか、ひとえに歯の治療だ。
One word dentistry?
は？
Yeah, huh?
みんな過去に戻りたいと言うが、どういう歴史の時代に生きているのか一見楽しそうだが、それも歯に問題が生じるまでだ。
I mean, she's valid. For me, it's indoor plumbing.
一点、苦痛の時代と変わる。
Like, I'm sorry, going back to the past sounds fun until you have to shit in a hole. No, thank you.
そりゃ気分いいものじゃないだろうけど、最悪でも歯を抜けばいいでしょ？
手術で麻酔が使われ始めたのは1804年。ペニシリンが発見されたのは1928年。1938年とする説もある。私が言いたいのは、古い時代の人生は苦痛に満ち、人々は往々にして短命だったということだ。もちろん、現代を擁護するつもりはないが、過去の時代より過ごしやすいのは間違いない。
そういえばさ、タチアナは自分のことを一度も教えてくれたことなかったよね。昔はどんな風だったの？
Pretty sure they would burn me as a witch back in the day. I have no urge to go to the past. Like, not a singular urge to go past, like, 2015. And even then, I think going to the future could be cool, but like, I'm kind of afraid to see what's in store for the future, so like, I'm okay not knowing.
知り合ってそれなりに立つが、どう思う？
ちょっと王子っぽいよね。
Princeling?
最初で当てるとはな。私はロシアの金持ちにありがちな家に生まれ、甘やかされてきた。
Oh?
モスクワで生まれ、乳母をつけられ、名門校に通い、休暇を品のいい別荘で過ごす。お決まりの暮らしね。将来、プロのバレリーナとなるべく、レッスン好きの毎日だった。
そりゃすごい。じゃあ、そのブルジョワお嬢が何もかも投げ出して札幌でバーをやるきっかけは何だったの？
子供の頃は幸せだった。私が知る唯一の世界は贅沢で大敗的なシャボン玉で包まれているようなものだった。だが成長するにつれて視界の端に何かがちらつき始めた。両親がある話題に触れる時だけ声を潜めること、行方不明になる人々、運転手付きの車で通学する最中に 窓の外を流れ過ぎていった貧しい暮らし。それらが針となり、一つまた一つとシャボン玉に刺さっていく。
Hitotsu means one. When I was in Japan and I'd be like, Hitotsu kohi onegai shimasu. So I can get one coffee, please.
10代になり、ようやくその矛盾はどこから来るのか調べたいという好奇心が生まれた。なぜ私はこんなにも裕福なのに他のものは違うのか。
それがご両親に何か関係が？
She finally stops wiping the counter and puts the cloth away, giving me her attention.
ソ連が崩壊すると、あらゆる国や企業がその残骸に飛びついた。
Shock therapy.
ショック療法。経済学者たちはそう呼んだ。実態はただの略奪だがな。帝国という死骸から肉をむしり取ろうとハゲタカが押し寄せてきたのだ。異国の者たちだけではなかった。国内の有力者も率先して加わった。貧しい者は貧しいまま、金持ちは想像を絶するほどの富を手に入れた。
ご両親もそうだったんだね。
She gives a nod as her brows furrow.
その時、シャボン玉が弾け、私は世界の本当の姿を目の当たりにした。祖国でも魔術師の待遇は悪いが、私たちは裕福な魔術師だ。不穏な噂は噂である限り金で解決させた。あの生活を裏で支えていたものを知ってからは、自分の手が血で汚れているように思えてならなかった。それで関わりのあるものをすべて焼き払い、この地で新しい生活を始めたというわけだ。というわけで別に悲しい過去があるわけじゃない。金持ちの子供が両親に金を突き返しただけだ。ほのかには同情するが、私は自分の意志で両親を失った。
Satisfied she's covered everything, she pulls a bottle from behind the counter and begins pouring it into a small glass she pucks from above. Knowing this also makes her answer to traveling back in history more logical. Not many would want to go back to a country's collapse, nor the rough days of the wars, or the days of the SARS for that matter.
理にかなってるとは思うけど、だからってなんで全部ほっぽり出してバーを始めるわけ？
魔術師は世間から切り離されがちな。米原様を見て自分もいつかああなるのかと思ってな。魔術であれ金であれ力のあるものは得てしてああなるものだろう。この店は私を現実の世界につなぎ止めてくれる。探偵の仕事もそうだ。薫も自分がその一部を追っていると気づいていると思う。
At the mention of Kaoru, her eyes glance towards something stuck behind one of the pillars. I've seen her look towards it once or twice before, but couldn't figure out what it was at the time. She stuck a photo of Kaoru behind there. Knowing Tatiana, I doubt she'd let her know that.
付き合ってるの？
We're finally getting confirmation.
良くも悪くもな。いつ気づくのかと思っていた。
Wondered when you'd figure that out. This is like, I thought like in the beginning when they were first introducing everyone, I really thought like Shino and Kaoru were gonna be the pairing, like for like the second pairing. I'm pleasantly surprised it's Kaoru and Tatiana. It was pretty obvious. I mean, like, once you get further on, but like when I first saw the characters, like I didn't think it was gonna be like, I thought Tatiana was gonna be with Yonohara. Like that's where my mind like kind of went for. Now it'd be crazy if Shino got with Yonohara. That'd be wild. They're both like, you know, old and senile. It could work. Can't burn a puppet, exactly. I stuffed down my smile at her attempt to play it cool. The glass suddenly slides over the polished counter towards me. The pale yellow hue and sweet smell hints at a citrus liquor inside. I wonder how she knew that I liked sweet liquors such as this. Guess you don't work as a bartender for so long without picking up a few tricks.
さて、つまらない話を聞いてくれて礼を言う。
お礼を言わなきゃいけないのはこっち。食なし家なしの私を受け入れてくれてるんだもん。
新聞に広告を出しているわけじゃない。お前は私たちのしていることをすべて把握していた。それが都合が良かっただけだ。この店は雑居ビルの一軒に過ぎない。私たちの探偵業は知るべきものだけが知っている。
Internet, why you hiccup?
ちゃんと看板を出してみたら？二人のこと知ったら依頼したいって思う人増えるんじゃない？
得意客には私たちがあまり知られていないことを気に入ってるものが。
Is that like a paradox? Your customers don't want people to know you exist, but you need jobs, so people need to know you exist. She makes a fair point. As she gets back to her cleaning of the counter, I throw back the drink before me. It's certainly not highbrow. I savor the sugary taste and distinctly alcoholic burn as it washes down my throat. Looking back to the glass, I swish around the remaining dregs as I let the flavor linger. It's a shame how short a nice drink lasts. Just one more gulp and it'll be gone. After that, all that'll be left is the momentary enjoyment it gave me. Bro, that's me with sweets. Like, one bite and it's just gone forever.
シノ、ここに長くとどまる気はないんだろう。
She reads me like a book. Not that my wistful pondering would exactly be hard to notice.
物には執着しないたちなの。手放す方が楽。
Okay, guys. Hear me out. Insane plot twist. I don't think this should happen, but this would be crazy for happening. Honoka and Yasue get together. Honoka's mortal. She eventually dies. Shino sweeps in and gets Yasue. That would be wild. That'd be actually insane. That should not happen, by the way. I'm just saying it'd be wild if it happened. Said as much to myself as her. The words hang in the air. They take on an unintended note of melancholy. I thought I was long used to this by now.
私たちよりはるかに長く生きているなら執着し続けるのは面倒だろうな。それでも。
Oh. We're broken from our reverie by the bar door opening. Maybe I'll have a chat with tonight's first patron to take my mind off of things. I think it's Yonohara. I knew it. That idea abruptly dashes against the rocks as I look over to the graceful figure stepping into the room. Her brilliant red kimono covered by that ominous black shawl. Tatiana's surprise at seeing her out and about is no different than mine. As usual, Yonohara remains her typically aloof expression. I'd call her inscrutable were she anyone else, but I've quickly learned that she's hardly interested in hiding her emotions. This is simply her view of the world she's long since grown bored of.
驚いているよね。営業中ではなかったの?
Bro, I love her voice. With some effort, the bartender forces down her emotions and put her professional facade back on. Oh my god. She just sat right next to her. Okay, maybe the Shino Yonohara wasn't too big of a stretch. The woman walks, practically glides over, before neatly seating herself on the stool next to me and clasping her gloved hand on the counter.
もちろん空いていますよ、米原様。今夜は何になさいますか？ハイボールはいかがでしょう？最近流行りの飲み物です。
最近の流行りに興味はないわ。目当ては売り物ではないもの。
What do you want?
何のことかわかりませんね。
What does she want?
あなたにわかる必要はないわ。
You don't need to. Her gaze lazily shifts from the blonde woman before us towards me. Okay, wait, I'm kind of into this. What could she possibly want with... Um... Guys, she turned the world gay. In the blink of an eye, Tatiana, the bar, and everything else vanishes.
タチアナ
The words don't reach anyone, nor do they echo about. They simply disappear into the void around me. Wait, is she doing to Shino what she did to Yasue? I bring my hands in front of my face just to check my eyes are even open. A deathly chill comes over me, a ringing in my ears replacing the total silence. I reach out and step this way and that, only to find nothing but darkness around me. Every sense screams at me that something is deeply wrong. An old feeling slowly returns, one I haven't felt in many, many years. Like a growing vine, the clutches of dread wrap around my mind and begin to constrict. Oh.
怖いという感覚はあるのね。ずっと気になっていたの。
そう。あなたの仕業だったんだ。
Because I'm so into this. Even I can hear the nervous edge to my voice. I know when I've been outplayed, the wizened mage having me in the palm of her hand. She seems to take no pride in this, acting as if nothing had happened at all.
ここはどこなの？
どこでもないわ。厳密にはね。
安江さんに使ったのと同じ魔術なんでしょ？
察しがいいのね。そうよ。姉のおかげで私は自分の魔術がいかに有用か理解できたの。皮肉なものね。安心なさい。今回は一時的なものだから。ちょっとした密談に邪魔が入らないようにしただけよ。
Tete a tete. The word temporary is enough to make me relax, albeit only a little. She isn't the type to bother with subterfuge or deceit. She means what she says.
興味があるのはタチアナの方だと思ってた。
あの娘は腕は立つけれどまだ若い。成長が楽しみね。でも、あなたを知って気になったの。
へえ、大魔術師の米原様ともあろう方が盗み聞きとはね。
私は浅川ほのかと一緒にしないで、タチアナに言ったことの本当の意味は分かっている。あなた、本当は何歳なの？
女性に年齢を聞くのは失礼だって知らないの？
女性、男性、両性、どれにも当てはまらない。都合よく使い分けているくせに。人類最大の恐怖、死を超越したんだもの。私、いいえ、全人類より上だと思っているのかしらね。
I briefly considered dodging her question again. She seems to have little interest in forcing a response, as she well could, but I decide to indulge Yonohara for her efforts. I get the feeling this isn't entirely about me either.
長く生きてきて人間がどうしてあんなに眩しいのか分かったよ。いい人の魂も悪い人の魂も目がくらむくらい輝いてる。他人のために一生を捧げる人もいれば、戦火で生きることを諦める人もいる。でもほとんどの人はそうじゃない。ただありのままに満足してるだけ。シンプルに生きて、この世界に生まれた時よりもちょっとだけいい状態で去っていく。つまずくこともあるけど、立ち上がってまた歩き出す。こうやって世界は次の世代に引き継がれていく。私は他の人たちと比べて何かが欠けてる。何かって死なんだけどさ、経験できないわけだし、魂の炎は消えたわけじゃないけど、命がけで何かをやるってことができなくて、感覚が鈍るんじゃないかな。誰にでも訪れる終わりが来ないんだもん。ってことで、あなたの質問に答えるなら、私はどんな人間よりも劣ってる。だからこそ、ほのかちゃんを大事にしたい。希望はあるって証明したいの。きっとあの子が安江さんを好きになったのも、安江さんの存在が希望そのものだったからだと思う。
私に人間の価値を認めさせたいなら無駄だと言っておくわ。人間の醜さはうんざりするほど見てきたもの。
認めさせる必要なんてないよ。あなた自身がその証拠だもん。だって少なくとも一人のことは大切に思ってるんでしょ。
She closes her eyes in frustration. It's a small victory, but I'll take it.
これ以上話しても無駄ね。チェシャ猫と話しても仕方がないわ。
気まぐれでここに引っ張り込んだわけじゃないでしょ。目的があったはずよ。ほのかちゃんの事件はまだ終わってない。そういうこと。
浅川さんは愛する者をそう簡単に諦めないでしょうね。それに頭がいいし、
A woman
意
in
志が
love.
強い。あなたが浅川さんの件にまた首を突っ込むだろうと思ったからここに呼んだの。これは私が負うべき責務よ。
All this to tell me to stay away. She still thinks she alone can dictate Honoka's fate.
おとなしく従うとでも。
とにかく目的は伝えたわ。
My confidence renewed now that I better understand her motives. I step near the woman and hiss. There's no need for me to wear the face of Shino here.
思春期をこじらせたあんたの虚無主義に付き合うのはもうたくさん。でもこれだけは言っとく。
Oh?
どうなろうとも自分の行動の結果を受け入れなさいよ、米原さん。
The moment gives the woman pause. Finally getting through to her for the first time, she stumbles over a reply.
あなたもね。
私はとっくに覚悟ができてる。
そう、楽しみだわ。
A mere blink and the world returns. The deluge of information after being stuck in total void assaults my senses, leaving me dazed for a good few moments just trying to take everything in. Tatiana looks no less confused than I am, looking between Yonohara and I with a look of total bafflement. Memories returning, her barely concealed resentment at what surely happened simmers just beneath the surface. Yonohara doesn't respond to her irritation. The fact Tatiana still keeps it to herself shows she needn't do so.
疲れたので失礼するわ。ここでの用は終わったもの。
With that, she simply slides off her stool and begins walking to the door. She casts one last glance towards me before leaving. As she does, I realize the exasperation written on my own face. A reckoning will come, that much is clear. The only question is, whose will it be? Ooh, it's getting intense! The reckoning. I like the word reckoning. I think it's a fun word. Oh, we're on the last, I think, Act 4. Okay, why is it a YouTube video for realsies? The 3 players. Oh. Why did the door close on Chino? The final play. As the door creaks shut behind me, the outside world is shut away once again. After a couple of weeks' stay in the hospital, my discharge would come in the middle of winter. The taxi ride home was a quiet one, just as my medical stay had been. Damn, she couldn't hire a cleaning service to come clean up the house a little bit while she was gone. Hanging my coat and bag beside the door practically by reflex, I turn about and take stock. I feel like the blood on the ground is a biohazard after a few weeks of it just being there. You know? Tarn, what is this emote? What is this? It came with high YouTube. It came with high YouTube? Your artist friend was animating and forced it on me. What even? Oh, I mean, it fits. Guys, make sure to avoid biohazards. The house is freezing. Having been unoccupied for so long, the damage to the house remains, as does much of the blood. I suppose I'll need to learn how to deal with insurance. In the end, the police investigation went nowhere. I never thought it would, given the vague recollection I ended up having of the woman who attacked me. She'd easily blend into the multitude of tourists here for the snowfields and recent snow festival. The whole ordeal ended up as just another headline to scroll by in the media feeds. Lingering scars on the house from my rage are the only testament of what happened here. I step forward, running my fingers over the shattered stair railings. It's striking how violent the episode was, the rush of fear and anger replaying every time I fitfully sleep. I really did all this. I never imagined this frail body had so much strength, nor my mind so much anger. As for Yasue, my time in the hospital gave me altogether too much time to think. Too much time to remember. Bracing myself, I gingerly tiptoe up the stairs towards the study. I can only imagine what's been taken between the police having combed the house and those Yonohara hired returning to take what they wanted. The mess inside makes my heart sink. Bloodstains still mingle with chalk. My once carefully arranged desk now in shambles. Okay, the news anchors didn't talk about the blood rituals. Cause I would have been like, well, this is peculiar. Feeling something underfoot, I step back to see a bullet hole from the shot that hit me. The memory only makes my wound the more sore. Rubbing my arm in a now familiar motion, I step towards the broken window and my desk below it. No book to be seen. I knew this would be the case. There was no way so many people would have been through here without it being taken. It still stings, all the same. That was my only way to reach Yasue, the one light in my life after so long in the darkness. Yet, all might not be lost. Perhaps, if I'm lucky for once in my life, there's still a way. Oh, I knew it was gonna be the laptop in the drawer! I swallow as I reach for the drawer. I'd slipped my laptop inside, my breathing shallow as I bring my fingers over the handle. For one brief moment, my breathing stops as I slide it out. As the old wooden drawer reluctantly opens, the sight of my ever-reliable computer greets me. A wave of relief washes over me, and the paranoia and shame from all I've done paying off. Filled with renewed purpose, I quickly place it on the desk and open it, my heart racing as it boots up. As I log in and open this file and that to see how much I have to work with, I realize my hands are shaking above the keyboard. I don't even have to think about my next steps. I had plenty of time to do that in the hospital. Pulling some chalk from another drawer, I crouch down and do my best to recreate the transference markings from the notes I've kept. Minutes of sketching later, I come to my feet. The result isn't perfect, I can tell that much, but rereading my notes makes me a little more confident in this working. It's not like I have any choice anyway. Girl, we just came back from the hospital. You healed, you finally replenished your blood supply. Like, we're really doing this again? Honoka, we're really doing this again? Setting the chalk down, I dig out my well-used knife from under a fallen lamp. My stomach is empty and my throat is dry. My clothes are poorly suited for the middle of winter, and the house around me is in a ruinous state. None of that matters now. This is my last hope. I have to know what's happened to her. Yasue is all I have left. Without a moment's hesitation, I slash my arm while gritting my teeth through the pain. My body is just a tool. What happens to it, to me, means nothing. After tracing out the pattern below, I right myself and take a deep, shuddering breath. As the room glows bright and I close my eyes once more, I try to stuff down my growing fear. This will be a step into the unknown. I have no idea what will happen, nor what I'll find. With the magic taking effect sooner than I expected, I barely have time to stash the knife into the back in my pants before my thoughts and feelings begin to swirl about. One final time, I surrender myself to the surging torrent. I gradually open my eyes to find nothing. I don't understand. Did the spell fail? Everything happened as it usually does, yet all that's around me is a blank void. Holding my hands out before me, I can see them clearly. Tapping the blankness with my foot proves the ground is solid, if invisible. It's frighteningly cold, yet no cloud comes from my breath. At once, a deep and terrifying realization sweeps over me. This is the purgatory that Lady Yonohara sentenced her sister to. Before that wondrous illusion was created, The world I shared with Yasue no longer exists. This isn't possible. This can't be true. Yasue is all I had left. She can't be gone.
安江
Trying to stifle my panic, I begin to walk. Tears well up in my eyes as my pace begins to quicken. Heading into no particular direction, an awful silence is all to be heard. Even my own footsteps not producing so much as a whisper.
安江いるの答えてお願い
My walk turns to a run as I desperately search for something, anything, to show she might be here. Yet no matter how far I run, no matter how desperately I might yearn, nothing pierces the blackness surrounding me. Tears streak my cheeks as I flick my head to and fro. My heart races and hands shake with a mixture of fear and desperation.
安江お願い何か言っているのは分かってるここにいるはずよ
Yasue. As my forlorn words disappear into the void, my energy leaves me as my legs collapse. Dropping to the ground, all I can do is clutch at my chest as a sharp pain lances my heart. My very tears vanish as they fall from my cheeks. The last of my hope flickers and disappears as a candle's fading flame is blown out. Aww. It's over. Just like the day after I lost my parents, I'm all alone. With the flame of hope extinguished, the cold around me seeps in. I can't even look forward to the release of death. All I can do is uselessly weep. Useless as I've always been. Oh. Then, as I look up in anguish, I notice something. Oh? One small dot of light lies ahead. It's barely more than a pinprick, but it's there. Dragging myself to my feet, begin to stagger towards it. I have nothing else to live for. Perhaps minutes pass, perhaps hours. Time doesn't pass normally for me anymore. My entire existence is now dedicated to reaching that light. As I get closer and closer, it barely becomes any larger. Summoning the last of my energy, I begin to run, carried on by sheer desperation. The vague patch of light in the darkness begins to form details. The outlines of buildings coming into view. There's something there. Some part of the Meiji world is still there. That means Yasue has to be. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, she looks really good, like, beaten up. Without so much as a word, I rush forward on seeing her. The woman slumped haphazardly on the side of the shrine. She barely stirs as I pull her into my arms, eyes frantically checking over her bloodied kimono. I can only guess at how wounded she is. I can't think of anything else to say. My happiness at seeing her again slain by the sight of her in such a state. Looking about us, the remnants of the Meiji world I forgot how to read for a moment. I'm so sorry. The last remnants of the Meiji world amount to barely more than a patch of land maintained by the dregs of her power. Even now, the edges slowly disappear into the void. Were I to have found her just a few hours later, Yasue gives a sudden sharp cough, refocusing my thoughts as she tries to cover her mouth. My worst fears are realized as she pulls away her hand, her palm stained a bright scarlet.
ほのか、心配していたのよ。私をしっかりして助けを呼ばなきゃ。残念だけど、もう手遅れよ。
Everyone's always worried for me. As soon as I have to do something for someone, I can't help them at all. As tears fall once more, Yasue weakly raises her hand to brush my cheek. Her smile breaks my heart. She's already accepted something I can't let myself admit.
大丈夫よ、ほのか。ほとんど力を使い果たしてしまったけれど、最後にもう一度あなたに会いたくて、どうにか持ちこたえていたの。おかげで、こうしてあなたに会えた。ちゃんとさよならを言えて、本当によかった。
I don't want to say sayonara.
最後に一つ、お願いを聞いてもらえるかしら。ねえ、笑顔を見せてほしいの。あなたの綺麗な笑顔を覚えていたいから。
I try briefly, but it's all I can manage to contort my face into an uncomfortable, disfigured caricature. I give up and shake my head, mind still desperately reeling through anything I could possibly do to save her.
できないよ。そんなの無理だよ。安い。ごめんなさいね。無理なことを頼んでしまって。ならせめてどうか私のことを覚えていて。
I bite my lip to stop myself from losing control. Realizing she's given up, I can't agree. I can't do this. I don't want to let her go. Not so soon after finding her. This isn't fair.
まだ終わりじゃない。何か手があるはずよ。
She looks at me pitiably, making me feel all the worse for not accepting what she's already come to terms with. It's a miracle she even held on until I found her. A miserable silence passes between us, the last of our time together passing in stubborn refusal to admit the obvious. So what if this wasn't a world I was supposed to see? Yasue is still someone who deserves love. She deserves a long and happy life. She deserves it far more than I ever have. As the moments pass, so too does the ground around us. Does the ground around us disappear? Yasue's power wanes bit by bit, the creeping darkness slowly encroaching around us. Frantically forcing myself to focus to stave off the growing panic, my experiments in this malformed magic of mine come to mind. If the driver of all I've managed to do is my own blood, then it stands to reason.
うまくいくかどうかはわからない。でも、一つ方法を思いついたかも。
What is she gonna do?
ほのか。
She looks at me with a mixture of melancholy and sullen acceptance, little believing there's any way to starve off her death in my arms. My throat tightens, but I force myself through it. I've made my decision, as painful as this might be.
もし、私をここに呼び寄せたのが、私の血の力なら、他にもできることはあるはず。なら、安江を助けられるかもしれない。その体が死んでも、あなたの魂が私の体を器にできるのだ。
Her face twists as she realizes the gravity of what I'm proposing. Before she can protest, I carefully withdraw my left arm from around Yasue and pull my sleeve back, filled with renewed purpose. I hate that noise. The wound from entering the fragmented world is still fresh. With a firm press of my thumb, I pull open the wound while wincing with pain. As expected, it begins to bleed freely with the barest pressure.
飲んで、うまくいくかはわからないけれど、必要なだけ。でも、もしあなたの体を奪えば、 あなたの魂はどうなるの？
Girl?
一つの体を共有することは。そんなのどうでもいい。安江、あなたをここで死なせはしない。私よりずっと価値のある人だもの。
I silently plead with her to take the chance I offer her, tears rolling down my cheek. My body is nothing more than a tool. I've no fear of anything that happens to it. If I were to die from this, at least it would be to some useful end.
米原さんにあなたを奪わせない。私を思って遠慮しているなら、正義を果たすために、どうか受け入れて。あなたの悲しみが、何か意味のあることをなせるように。
It's a crude way to abuse her moment of weakness, but the mention of her sister lights a fire behind her eyes. She still looks unsure, but she reluctantly moves with the last of her strength, bringing a hand around my bloodied arm. It worked. She's drinking her blood. As she closes her eyes and moves her mouth towards the tender wound, I take a gulp and try to steady myself. Silently, she presses her lips to my skin. I can't help but gasp in pain, only exasperated by her suckling.
Yes.
Moments pass, my heart pounding from the situation. I can only hope this throw of the dice works. Then, something feels wrong. I can't put a word to it, but something begins to feel unsettling inside of me. From the tips of my fingers and toes and slowly advancing inwards, it feels numb, foreign, like my control is growing weaker. Where before she'd merely suckled, now she begins to heave with effort. This feeling inside of me isn't anything natural. My eyes jamming shut as I try to quell the pain shooting through me. I swallow to try and steady myself. What is going on? As a terrifying sensation takes hold, desperately hiding my reaction from Yasue. If this is the cost of Yasue having her revenge against the one who sentenced her to this fate, so be it. At least, for once, I'll have been useful to someone. The pain from my wound fades as every sense begins to leave me. Every sensation, every thought begins to feel thin. This body, this mind, no longer mine. I can't feel any. Guys, what if Yasue is evil? A century of ire?
乗って早く
The run from my apartment to Kauru's waiting car is an awkward one, my boots sinking into the thick snow with every step. Finally reaching the car and almost tumbling in, I barely have time to shut the door before she stomps on the accelerator, pinning me back to my seat once the wheels find some grip. After taking a few seconds to compose myself, I buckle up and glance out the window. Midwinter has aggressively announced itself. The heavy snowfall last night combining with a dense mist outside make for a complete whiteout. Kauru's face is furrowed in an uncomfortably unfamiliar look of concentration. Something's badly wrong for her to be acting like this. I don't even know our destination, so quick was her rush to pick me up from my apartment.
どうなってるの？なんでこんなに急いでるのよ。
Seeing a yellow traffic light in the distance, Kaoru accelerates to get through before it turns red. Her driving's never exactly a relaxing experience, much less when she has somewhere to be.
お姫様が今日退院したんだ。タチアナは何かしでかすんじゃないかって疑ってて見張ってた。で聞かされたのはもちろんつい数分前なんだけどさ。
ほのかちゃんの監視を続けるのは当然だと思う。
Guys, I'm stressed.
何かあったの？
その日の夜遅くにコートも着ずに雪の中をよろよろと歩いて出てったらしくてさ。しかも
Oh?
ほのかの目は黄色く光ってたんだって。魔術師の目だ。
Okay, at least take a coat. I go silent at the words, thinking over the implications. An unsettling realization slowly washes over me. Honoka having a mage's eyes could only mean one thing. To think Yasue would betray her like that. A sudden thump from behind me pulls me from my thoughts, Kaoru punching the steering wheel in frustration.
くそ、また何も言わずどっか行きやがって。魔術師だろうとなんだろうといつか殺されちまう。
慰めになるかわからないけど、ほのかちゃん、安江さんの狙いはタチアナじゃないと思う。米原さんのところに向かうはず。
そりゃそうだけど、立ちはだかる奴がいたらぶっ飛ばすだろうよ。安江の魔術がタチアナのに太刀打ちできるかは知らないけどさ、それはタチアナも同じだろ。
Guys, who's in the wrong if we technically offered? Well, hear me out. Like, if Yasue set the scene to put Honoka in a situation where she would feel compelled to offer, that's called manipulation. Because if Yasue still had powers and everything, then like she kind of just played the scene out as like a chance to get out. But we don't know for sure. She worked herself up over this, her knuckles going white from her grip on the wheel.
シノ、ダッシュボードの引き出しを開けて中身を出して。
I bet it's a gun. As Kaoru speeds around the corner far too fast for the conditions, I reach under the compartment and pull the handle. It releases quickly, the weight inside pushing it down. It's a gun. I gasp at the sight before me, Kaoru's well-used gun rattling about. It's really come to this. I feel like shooting a blood magic user is like not that smart of a choice. Because the more they bleed, the more like magic they have basically. Like I think it'd be better to like, I don't know, tackle her and subdue her. I know Yasue can't use blood magic, but like, I don't know. Maybe like Honoka's like in there like a 2-for-1 kind of deal. With great reluctance, I pull the weapon out and hand it over to Kaoru, pointing its grip towards her. She remains tactically silent, pushing it into the small of her back, glancing towards me at my reaction.
残念だよ。誰もこんな結末望んでなかったのに。
Her expression seems to soften, both of us coming to a melancholic terms with what's about to happen. Not a word is spoken between us for the rest of the journey. My gaze once more directed outside.
ほのかちゃん。
Dance of the Magi. Go gotta put a coat on. You're gonna get hypothermia. And then you'll really die. Put one foot before the other. That's all I need to do. I'd forgotten what the cold winter of winter feels like. Its chill nearly making me cry from sheer nostalgia. Snowflakes fall about me, my gaze lingering on each as they lazily fall. How long has it been since I last saw but one? The morning fog is thick, houses around me looming in the mist. This world is at once strange and foreign, yet oddly familiar all the same. The mist grows thicker as I walk down the street. I begin to wonder if that's truly the weather which has changed as I put one foot before the other, my arm aching from its wounds. The only consolation as I struggle on is that the streets are all but empty of people. It's a strange and surreal experience as I look about. The streets follow the same layout and the hills the same contours, yet the roads once dirt are now paved. Seemingly everything is concrete and the houses look stark and austere. Girl, you have blood all over you. This body, too, is new. Stopping briefly, I run my uninjured hand through the silken hair, taking one of the long bangs in hand. I gazed down wistfully at the raven black locks laying across my palm. My hair used to look like this so long ago. No, I need to focus. Honoka gave me her body, and I intend to make use of it. The clothing is ill-fitting for the middle of winter. The only warmth to be had is from the trickle of blood off my aching arm. Such pain and discomfort only focuses me on what needs to be done. All I have to do is get to the cemetery. All I have to do is kill that woman. This festering sore has gnawed at my mind for many years, and now I can finally lance it. Filled with renewed purpose, I begin the long walk ahead. For 100 years, she's tormented me, put Honoka in danger, and finally tried to kill me outright. I'll savor murdering that woman. With Honoka's magic at my disposal, I'll ensure that she suffers every last minute of the ordeal. Thank you, Honoka. I won't let this last gift go to waste. For what my sister has done, there must be a punishment. Oh, Tatiana. Past the cloud from my heavy breathing, a dark figure appears through the mist. I slow to a stop as the form of a long black coat becomes visible, rigid and unmoving. My heart sinks as I make out their stoic and resolute face. Of all the people, it had to be her. Wait, what? Would Yasue know her? Because Yasue's never seen Tatiana.
また会ったな、浅川城。それとも、安江さんとお呼びするべきかな。
All I can do is scowl. Oh, if she has Honoka's memories, then she would know. But does she have Honoka's memories? The falling snow piles onto the shoulder of her coat, but the woman plainly has no intention of leaving.
やはりな、浅川城の姿をしているが、魔術師の目はごまかせない。
そう。あなたがあの時の女なのね。
Okay, no, Yasue's just smart.
この一件であなたに害がないとは言わせない。だが、ほのかの魂を力ずくで追い出し、その体を奪うことまでするとは思わなかった。
あなたと戦うつもりはないわ。聞いてちょうだい。あなたが誰であろうと関係ないことよ。
タチアナ・フェドロワだ。残念だが、要望に応えるわけにはいかない。
そう。仕事を終わらせに来たというわけね。
前回はあなたを生かしておく必要があった。だが、それはあの本を手に入れた時点で終わっている。今回ここに来たのは、個人的な興味によるものだと思ってもらっていい。つまり。
Ooh. With a practiced motion, she pulls off her long coat and throws it behind her. Not once do those sharp eyes leave my own. The white haze between us is soon pierced by a blade of cyan blue, her weapon soon materializing.
あなたを見逃す理由はない。
I find myself appreciating her effortless use of magic for a brief moment, only tempered by the realization that this will be far more than a mere distraction. Going by her well-drilled posture and grim gaze, it's obvious this woman has killed before.
フェドロワさん、これは最後の警告よ。今すぐ立ち去りなさい。
Okay, like, Honoka's voice, like, with Yasue's tone is very nice.
できない相談だ。
Every memory pulled from Honoka feels like a violation of her. Every plucked feeling, sight, or sound is an uncomfortable and brutish act. I wish this weren't necessary, but my hands have been forced. Okay, yeah, no, she can use blood magic. Thank you for giving us up. Plunging deep into her thoughts, the secrets of blood magic come forth. What I desire is fashioned into the shape in my mind. The thought flowing through my body and into the blood, now twisting and turning on my injured arm. A moment's concentration pulls together the threads of dancing liquid into a solid whole. My whole surprise stuffed down as I bring the scythe to bear.
なら、勝つこと同じ運命をたどるといいわ。
Oh gosh. And like, this time, it's like a scythe in the hands of someone who knows how to fight. It feels good in my hands. Its weight focused behind the large cutting blade. Honoka has abused her body terribly, but it's still youthful. Moreover, these clothes will work better than my own for combat. Throwing caution into the wind, I steel myself and bolt at the woman ahead. She merely sets herself low in a defensive stance. My own weapon held high as I throw myself into the attack. It's like Star Wars. A deafening clatter rings out as our blades meet. The weight of my weapon proving to both a hindrance and an asset as I try to redirect its momentum. Snow kicks up about us as I throw the blade sideways, edging ever closer to my opponent. Before I can land the blow, she jabs the air with the menacing tip of her spear. I frantically pull back and parry her blow, before following up with my own upward slash, only for her to skip back with inhuman speed. She's well trained, but I can adjust. She isn't the only mage in this fight. I can't let her control the pace. The scythe by nature forces me to throw my body into every attack, and her spear's length means I need to force my way past it to get into her face to land a single hit. Ooh, that was cool. I like that. Because it kind of like combines like the kabuki and like the older, like that was cool. I keep moving forward with bold attacks. The woman seemingly surprised I can keep up as she barely avoids the swipe to her neck. Adrenaline courses through me, feeling a certain thrill in a true fight against another. Compared to her rigid and dour appearance, Tatiana appears to practically dance as she weaves about in combat. She follows the momentum of her spear, guiding rather than forcing the weapon. It's an almost graceful sight. Her footwork too is precise and measured. I've never met someone so in control of their own body's movements. A diagonal blow avoided by skipping off the guardrail and controlling her short slide backwards in the snow. Ah, I see it now. This woman's talent is in manipulating her body with magic. She moves so far beyond any normal person's speed because she's overcharging her own muscles. However, that means she's pushing them far beyond what a human body is naturally capable of. If she keeps this up for long enough, she'll end up destroying herself. Which means that I have to outlast her. Oh gosh. Yet fighting this woman is proving intensely frustrating. Tatiana's continuously falling back as soon as I make to seize the advantage. Every time she commits to a finishing blow, it turns out to be a feint before deftly stepping back further. It's a strange fighting style for someone who needs to finish any scrap quickly. I make a wild cut at her midsection only to slice through air once again as she flits back and steps aside. Just one solid blow and... Oh! Before I can keep after her, I'm stopped in my tracks by two shots ringing out. Ice from the footpath kicks up, two bullets striking the ground mere inches from my feet.
そこまでだ安江さん。
今のは狙い通り。次も外さないよ。
The woman takes aim from behind the car's hood. I recognize it instantly. It's the one which picked up Katsuko from the cemetery. All I can do is glower at them as Tatiana steps back at her comrade's side. They've had a trap set for me this entire time. I blithely wandered into it. They knew where I was going from the moment I re-entered this world, and Tatiana covered for her own weakness. I never stood a chance, not when blinded by my own rage.
ここはもうあなたが知っていた世界ではない。あなたの道はここで終わる。
降伏しろというの。降伏したって受け入れらんないね。あんたはほのかに許されねえことをした。
How dare they talk about Honoka as if they cared about her? The pain they put her through.
ほのかが望んだことよ。あの子は自分を犠牲にしてでも私に復讐を果たしてほしいと願っていた。あなたたちに邪魔をさせるわけにはいかない。
I raise my weapon high and charge at them with my remaining energy, casting all caution aside. How foolish to try and use such a pedestrian weapon against a mage. Oh no! Oh no! The trigger is pulled. My sense of time slows. If I can just focus enough on the barrel, I have a chance. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. A flash. The bullet leaves the chamber. One flick of the wrist downwards and... In the blink of an eye, it's over. The clink of a bullet hitting the blade is the only sign anything had happened at all. The guns of this time are little different to those of my own, it seems. The color drains from her face. I dash forward and seize the advantage. Kaudu's sent driving as my scythe slashes into the car, ripping through its body with ease. I can see why Honoka's rage was so violent. There's certain intoxicating pleasure in such passionate rebellion against an unfair world. But Katsuko is my target, not them. I can't push this body too far. These people are only distractions. Putting them out of my mind, I race onwards towards the cemetery. I'm already pushing this body to the limit without them bogging me down.
お願い、やめて。
A chill runs up my spine. That voice is all too familiar. She was in the car when the scythe went through it. I stop my tracks. I slowly turn around. Everyone stops dead as she gets out of the car, almost in tears as she looks at me.
シノ、カオル、なぜシノを連れてきた？
ほのかちゃん、お願い聞いて。まだそこにいるんでしょ？まだいるんだよね。
What's happening? Why is she here? As her words trail off, I give a smile. A smile which soon twists into an ugly caricature of the real thing. A hollow laugh escaping as I rationalize what's playing out before me.
そう。つまり最初から仕組まれていたのに。何もかもお遊び。何ヶ月も前から計画して、ほのかを利用していたのでしょ？違う。私はそんなつもりじゃなかった。違う？あの二人と組んでいるのに？私を訪ねてきたのも、ほのかを慰めたのも、全部ほのかに近づくためだったのでしょ？
Oh. She runs up towards me, my attempt to quickly summon the scythe proving too slow as she grabs into my shoulders, where before she'd hesitated knowing Honoka shares this body has emboldened her.
それはほのかちゃんの記憶でしょ？ほのかちゃん、そこにいるのは分かってる。話を聞いて。 ほのかちゃん、今までの話を思い出して。私がいろんなことを乗り越えて明るくいられる理由話したよね。
You know, if you think about
あ
it,
れは全部本当だよ。
she
こ
knows
の世
like
界はまだ
unironically
生きる価値がある。諦めちゃダメ。
like unironically Shino is like quite literally like the ideal type of person for Honoka, like not romantically per se, like it could be I guess, but like she can't die because like Shino's immortal and Honoka has like trauma of people dying. So like I feel like their friendship would actually be really good because like she can't die. So like Honoka doesn't have to be like scared about that. Because Shino can always come back in like a new body. Like not necessarily even in romantically, just like even friendship wise.
ほのかちゃんの一人ぼっちじゃない。うん、一人きりだったことなんてなかった。
Oh, Shino. This isn't right. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Oh god, the shadows are fighting behind. Oh my god. No, this is the way it has to be. Katsuko has to pay with her blood for what she's done to me. She... Oh my god, they're like fighting for control. No, this isn't happening. I'm ruining everything. She's trying to. This hatred isn't the Yasue I knew. This wasn't meant to hurt anyone else. I hate this. Katsuko's the one who caused all of this. She's the one who hired them in the first place. I have to kill her. Nothing else matters. Not after...
タチアナ、私。
待て、あの子がまだ中にいる。
Tatiana holds her arm out to stop her. They're not here to hurt me. It's my fault this is all happening. They're going to kill you, just as they tried to before. I have to reach Katsuko. The graveyard is just steps away. I can finally... This isn't right. This is my head. I don't want to hurt anyone else. Get away from my memories. Get away from my thoughts. I don't want everything to end like this. Oh gosh. Oh my god, why does Yasue look like that? Everything is wrong. I can't let this keep going. My body doesn't respond to my thoughts right. Ending up staggering about as I try to steady myself. Every thought feels like wrestling control. My very body feeling not my own. This isn't the Yasue I loved. I need to get this thing out of my mind. Staggering towards a retaining wall, my frustration gets the better of me as I ram my head into it. Oh my god. The intense pain is all too brief respite from Yasue reasserting herself, making me throw my head against it again and again. You're gonna give yourself a concussion.
私の頭から出て行ってよ。
Staggering back in a daze, I clutch my aching forehead. I slowly wrest control of my own body muscle by muscle as I sway about. The others reduced to onlookers as I try to win the war in my own mind. As I manage to regain my sense of vision, I see a woman's feet gingerly walking up.
ほのか、大丈夫か?
Oh my god. This won't last long. I have to make most of my moment of lucidity. Every thought, every urge is dedicated to asserting control over myself. Even now, I can feel her trying to retake my senses. I know what needs to happen.
長くは留めておけない。私のせいで誰かを傷つけたくないの。絶 邪魔をさせないわ。許さないわよ、ほのか。カツコを殺さなくてはならないの。他のことなんてどうだっていい。あと少しだったのに。
Gritting my teeth, I force the voice back. Tatiana's eyes glow once more as she materializes her spear. The woman silent and embittered as her role in the affair. No. 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 If this is the price of my mistake, then I have no choice left.
茶番はもうたくさんよ。
At once, we turn to the entrance of the cemetery. Lady Yonohara stands tall behind its iron gate, her eyes looming down on the chaos at its steps. Even Tatiana stops, Yonohara's booming voice commanding everyone.
やるべきことを残したのはこの私。これは私が負うべき重荷よ。来なさい、浅川さん。
Her voice is without reproach or reprimand. She simply commands, knowing her superiority. You can't. I won't let you, Honoka. Guys, I'm really stressed. Knowing what's surely to come, I solemnly force one foot ahead of the other as I rise up to the steps. Sweat beads my body for the effort to keep control, Yasue's voice practically screaming inside of me. Lady Yonohara steps, almost glides back to the cemetery. As I stagger inside, my control feels all the more fleeting with every step. She silently beckons me on as I step along the concrete paths. One gravestone after another passes either side of me, peeking through the snow covering the field. By the time we come to a stop, I know full well our destination. Looking down, I see the Asakawa family gravestone before me. Yes, this is where the journey truly began. Perhaps it's fitting this is where it will all end.
私のせいよ。お願い。
No!
私がまた心を失う前に、やるべきことをやって。
望み通りに。
Okay, I wasn't expecting her to agree to this so quickly. Yonohara-san, I wasn't expecting you to actually agree that quickly. The particular tone of her voice sends a chill up my spine. It takes on an unfamiliar and malevolent edge, the woman almost eager to say the words. Her eyes glow a vivid scarlet, and then... Oh!
どこへ？
Huh? What? Huh? Yo, I am confusion. I glance about the cemetery, the cold granite about me providing no answers as to what just happened, nor where the woman disappeared to. Bringing my hands before me, I look down at them. It seems I at least have control of my body back. If both Yasue and Yonohara suddenly left, oh, did she take she took Yasue with her. Oh! The thought causes a terrible knot in the pit of my stomach. Gulping, I look towards the sound of approaching footsteps from the cemetery entrance. Tatiana and Kaoru skip up to me, the latter replacing her pistol behind her olive drab jacket.
ほのか、大丈夫か？
私、
なぜここにいる？怪我はないか？
Oh no, Yonohara's done exactly what I feared. She used her magic to unmake Yasue and herself.
まったくこの体は冬に向かないんだから。
Shino staggers up behind them through the snow-covered paths, every movement labored as she tries to keep up. She only needs to glance at me to know something is deeply wrong.
やっと見つけた。安江さんはどこ？
Thank goodness at least she remembers her. That fact that even I do is a small miracle. A sudden thought comes to me. Shino and I share one thing in common. We've both visited Yasue in the other world. Maybe that was enough for us to hang on to her memory, at least for the time. The small relief is washed away by the devastating realization of what I've done, my emotions overcoming me.
あの人が安江を。私、何をしたの？
The words spill haphazardly from my mouth, my emotions flooding in my mind as I try to force them out. For a small mercy, Shino quickly directs the situation.
車で待ってて。私がどうにかする。
Kaoru shrugs to her partner, the two bewildered women reluctantly doing as she says. Shino quickly runs over to my side.
つまり、米原さんは魔術の才能を使ったんだね。チャンスを見つけたらすぐに飛びつくって。
Okay, Shino's gonna
分かってたんだけどな。
take Honoka with her and they're gonna go back to the place.
可能性は低いけど、もしかしたらなんとかできるかも。私が魔術の才能、魂の定着を使ったら、この体から魂が切り離され、安江さんの世界に引き込まれた。魔術の痕跡を追ったからだと思う。米原さんがさっきここで魔術を使ったばかりだから、もしかしたら同じ効果を発動できるかも。
One maybe after another, with little other option but to trust in Shino. This throw of the dice is what it'll have to be.
安江さんに約束したんだ。助けるって。連れ戻す方法はわからないけど、中に入って米原さんを止めることくらいはできると思う。ダメよ、私が行く。私の責任だから。
Thinking over my words, I shake my head and say what I truly mean.
私がやりたいの。お願い、シノさん。なら作戦がある。ほのかちゃんの体はここに残るから戻ってこられる可能性は高い。でも安江さんのことは保証できない。
She gives a cheerless smile, one hardly fitting for the situation we're in, but perfectly fitting for Shino.
ねえ、今のほのかちゃん、なんか頼もしいよ。自分で動くところがさ。どうなるかわからないけど、ありがとう。
Yeah, I'm really scared for
絶対に
Shino.
忘れない。
Giving a stern nod, she focuses her mind once more and closes her eyes. Holding out her hand towards me, her brows furrows as she calls upon her talent. Look, Honoka, you don't need to cut yourself to go. With that, she throws her eyes wide, irises glowing so fiercely I almost look away in reflex. I love Shino's, like, eye color when she does her magic. My senses at once feel oddly fuzzy, dulling... The iris, you say? Yes. Dulling more and more as the moments go by. My body begins to collapse, yet as I should feel the ground beneath me... Guys, I'm stressed. I take a gasp in surprise, expecting the pain of falling to the concrete below, yet instead of feeling nothing, an oppressive dark surrounds me, expanding in all directions as I look about, a realm of the soul and the soul alone, one I'd hope to never see again. My ears pick up an impossibly small, almost imperceptible sound. I'm sure I'd have missed it were it not for the abject silence of this cursed place. Turning towards its source, another rings out. The soft shuffling of fabric. My heart skipping a beat as I recognize the sound. I quickly begin running in its direction. All my thoughts are dedicated to reaching Yasue. The flood of emotions far too violent for me to stop and formulate any kind of plan. I can just make out the pinprick of color in the far distance, slowly turning to recognizable red and yellow of the sisters' clothing as I get closer. The sight before me forces me to stop, my lips clasped shut for fear of making the situation worse. Yasue shuffles backwards, awkwardly pulling herself back in terror at every movement of the woman in vermilion kimono before her. Oh gosh. Yonohara's materialized sword is held out menacingly to her side as she slowly steps forward, savoring every moment of this wicked flames lick its length. Before me stands two grand mages of old unmatched in godlike power. Yonohara's destruction of Yasue's world showed how half-hearted my understanding of mages truly was. To either of them, I'm no more than an ant. What was I even hoping to achieve in coming here?
今も哀れな人間の本能にすがりついているなんて。姉さんは心も魂も哀れだこと。
こんなことをして、あなたには罪悪感はないの？いいえ、あったからこそ、この前とどめを刺せなかったのでしょう。
With that, Yonohara abruptly stops. The question seems to give her cause for genuine thought.
罪悪感？
Oh my god.
罪悪感よ。これこそ私が姉に与え損ねた答えよ。長い間、私は復讐に燃える勇気としてこの世界をさまよっていた。私をこの世界に縛り付けるものは何かずっとわからなかった。それは菊池志乃は間違っていた。つまらない思いを捨ててしまえばもっと偉大な存在になれる。後悔、罪悪感、喪失。無駄な感情は人間性とともに切り捨てるべきよ。
She isn't doing this for me, but her own ends. There's no justice to be had for any of this. Only naked self-interest. As I'm about to try and find something, anything to stop this madness, I feel something digging into my waist. Reaching back, I pluck the item out and look at it. Is it the knife? Oh god. Oh no, who's she gonna stab? My knife. The weapon I'd wounded myself with so many times in the past. I'd placed it there as my blood magic took hold of me going into Yasue's dying world. I look up to Yonohara. My heart suddenly races with terrible realization as she takes another step towards her sister. Yasue is frantically shuffling back but unable to raise her hand against her. Looking back to the knife, it's no more than a blade the size of a finger. A tool, not a real weapon. Certainly nothing that could slay a grand mage. But I don't have time to draw blood and summon my scythe. And Yonohara would notice that in any case. This is all I have. I look back up. My time running out as Yonohara takes up her menacing blade. I can't hesitate. I can't have second thoughts. As I prepare myself for what's to come, my thinking harkens back to Yasue's adored play. Chushingura, a tale of 47 ronin and their quest to avenge their master. The honor they displayed, their duty to their master. Their willingness to lay down their lives for their cause. I steel my heart, breath quickening as I grasp the knife so hard that my knuckles whiten. All I have is this pathetic tool. I'm a nobody, and my body is weak. Even now, I'm shaking in terror. The moment Yonohara notices me, she'll slay me with the flick of her wrist. But my life will buy a second that Yasue can use. For once in my life, I finally made my own choice. That choice will be my fate. As Yonohara raises sword above her head in a great arc, I launch myself forward. It takes everything I have not to scream, but I need every moment I can get as I dash forward. The distance closes, adrenaline flowing through every pore of my body as I tear forwards. My frantic footsteps sound impossibly loud, yet Yonohara's wild eyes remain locked on her sister.
これで私の人間性は尽きる。
Guys, I'm stressed.
死ね
Everything stops. My knife plunges into her back to the hilt, but Yonohara issues no scream nor yell. All to be heard is the quiet wheeze of air escaping her lungs. Sweat stings my cold face as time itself seems to pause. A moment of complete disbelief washes over each of us. An impossible situation presented as simple reality.
一般人の分際でどうして
The words are barely more than disbelieving whispers into the void. Her sword begins to dematerialize as the further tip. Her magic dissipating, still taking in everything that's happened. All I can do is hold the knife and pant as my adrenaline leaves me. Aww. Yonohara, being so caught up in her emotions, saved me. As the sword finally disappears, her arms fall limp by her sides. All she does is look upwards, black eyes staring into the darkness above. Then, the woman herself begins to vanish.
あなたを愛していたのよ。こんなことあるべきじゃなかった。
いえ、こうしなくてはならなかったの。結局、私も人間だったの。哀れな。死すべき。人間よ。
Yonohara's end is marked by the unceremonious clatter of my knife falling to the ground. I don't bother to collect it. I don't need that anymore. Suddenly left without the single-minded focus I'd had, everything about the situation floods into my overwhelmed mind at once, leaving me to helplessly collapse to my knees. Trying to steady my breathing, I look at my shaking hands through increasingly blurry eyes. Even if Yonohara's blood had disappeared, I know what they've done.
私が米原さんを殺した人を そうするしかなかったのよ。大丈夫よ、ほのか。
I barely respond as Yasue crawls forward and wraps her arms
Knock,
around.
knock.
Oh my god.
FBI,
Jesus.
open up.
Tenor, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for the raid. We're in a really intense moment right now. I appreciate it. Oh my god, that scared me. But welcome in, everybody. I hope you enjoy. We're at the very end of a visual novel. Just in time for the Yuri. Yeah, the FBI entering right now was very timely considering what has just occurred on the screen. I barely respond as Yasue crawls forward and wraps her arms around me, the woman weeping as she hugs me tightly.
Honoka. あ、ほのか。ごめんなさい。あなたをこんな目に遭わせてしまって、許されないことをしたと思っているわ。ごめんなさい。自由になって最初に思い浮かんだのはあなたではなくて妹のことだった。妹のことしか考えられなかったの。
Can't believe you thought of another woman, Yasue.
ほのかに拒まれても当然よ。もしあなたが。いや、そんなこと望んでない。安江にも米原さんにも100年もの間に何があったのかなんて想像もできない。でも償いたいなら一緒にいて、理解できなくてもあなたを助けたい。
She pulls back with a gentle smile on her face, taking my cheek in her hand. It's been far too long since I saw that warm springtime smile.
ありがとう。約束するわ。
Are they gonna kiss? No sooner do I appreciate the simple feeling of an affectionate touch do I notice a strange feeling overcoming me. Wait, what's gonna happen to Yasue? A shimmer begins to flit at the edge of my vision, the beginning of a process I'd forgotten would come.
いや、シノさんが連れ戻そうとしているの。
Oh no! I look to Yasue with a panicked face, but all she wears is a calm smile. A calm, heartbreaking smile. She knew this too would end.
いやよ、安江。もう二度とあなたを失いたくないの。シノさん、待って。私、こんなこと望んでない。やめて。大丈夫よ、ほのか。こうするしかなかったの。ずっと待ってるわ。どんなに時が流れてもあなたを待ってる。
I reach out to her in desperation, but my own hands disappear before I can so much as touch her. She manages to hold her composure, Yasue's age giving her a measure of self-control that I lack. Yet, even she can't stop herself at the last moment. As all begins to fall away and the lonely woman is surrounded by an endless darkness once more, a tear rolls down her cheek. With that, Yasue's melancholic final words drift on the air.
さようなら、愛しい人。
Then, it all ends. What do you mean it all ends? What do you mean it all ends? Why are we back on this CG? We're not going back to the beginning. A terrible chill hangs in the air. The season proving bitter as it so often is here. On this cold day, a great throng of students slowly shuffles through the piled snow of the university grounds. The day's lecture is finally over. Some gossip freely with friends, while others fawn over their partners. Most, however, stroll silently. Amidst a sea of people walks one unremarkable student among many. A week has passed since everything came to a head. In the days since then, life has settled back to normality for the student called Honoka Asakawa. Lady Yonohara no longer appears at the cemetery, the grave she once mourned at now sitting unvisited and covered by snow. I haven't seen Tatiana or Kaoru since then. They've little reason to, with my notes on blood magic long since deleted from my laptop. The strange librarian abruptly resigned by letter, causing some consternation among the staff and students. She was soon replaced by a kind elderly gentleman, a person perhaps more fitting for the role. Then there's me. All I knew after I returned to the real world is that I awoke without Yasue's voice in my head. A whisper at the back of my mind, but little more. She said she'd wait, but where I could even begin, I don't know. I remember waking up on the lap of a worried Shino before promptly breaking down in her arms as I incoherently recounted what had happened. I couldn't save her. All of this was for nothing. She's still stuck there, in the same false world she'd been confined to for centuries. The look of pity on Shino's face is still burned into my mind. Despite all my efforts, I couldn't save her. The memories of her still sting deeply. Where I should cry or at least feel sadness, I instead feel nothing. A horrible absence of any catharsis or emotion at all. I've cried and grieved as much as I can, only feeling a hollow where my feelings should be. I guess this will be how things are supposed to be. From now on, normality, as if I've never seen that book or met that woman at all. Oh, Kaoru! I look up, seeing a familiar woman leaning on the hood of her beaten-up car. She pays little mind to the other students' puzzled expressions at her shouting. What is she of all people doing here? Sitting with hands clasped in my lap, I'd let the cheerful woman drive me in the battered old sedan. I can only imagine how much the repairs cost, the scars of what happened still very visible. I try to glance beside me at the driver as subtly as I can. She's a bit intimidating given her piercings and rough appearance, but she doesn't give any sign that she means me harm. It's hard to believe she was pointing a gun at me just days ago. She actually shot you and at you multiple times.
シノさんと居酒屋に行った時、名乗ってくれましたよね。
あれは脳幹。仕事以外の時にちゃんと言っときたかったんだ。
I give a nod before noticing the turn to go home passing blithely out of by the window.
カオルさん、これ帰り道じゃありませんよね。
ああ、心配しないで。もっといいところに連れてってあげるからさ。
わかりました。
わかりました。
あのさ、慌てないわけ？まあ、あんたを誘拐しようとしてんだけど。
いえ、別に。
それはそれでがっかりかも。
She trails off, the discussion ending awkwardly. The silence suits me fine, but it's clearly bugging her as she glances about.
あ、 信号が変わる。
Her hands drop beside her as she quickly shifts gear, pressing the pedal to the floor and throwing the car around the corner. My heart races as I quickly grab the handle above the door to steady myself. I love this expression on Honoka. As we settle into driving once more, I sink back into my seat. Driving like that in the winter feels dangerous, but she doesn't look the least bit phased. As an awkward silence settles in once more, I try to break the ice.
あなたたち暗殺者か何かですか？
暗殺者だって。
My face goes scarlet as she bursts into boisterous laughter. She finally composes herself on seeing my deep grimace.
そんなかっこいいもんじゃねえって。あたしらは私立探偵だよ。この手の仕事で細々とやってるだけ。今回のは特別面倒だったけどな。終わってやれやれだよ。
みんな魔術師ですか？
他の二人はな。あたしは銃を持ったただの負け犬ってところ。魔術師とつる
Kadu, I don't think you're a
のもいいことねえ
loser.
けど。まあそんなもんさ。
The sight up ahead pulls her interest from the conversation, the indicator soon ticking away as she pulls over to the side of the busy downtown road.
ほら、着いたよ。
Oh my god, are they gonna invite Honoka to be part of the agency? And then she can have her own found family? Confused about where we are, I look up at the building towering above us. It's one of the many skyscrapers around the city housing all kinds of shops and restaurants, and the last place I'd imagine their office to be.
ドアを開けて差し上げましょうか、お嬢さん。
Still little the wiser for where we're going, I silently follow the woman up the elevator to one of the top floors, then along a winding path between this shop and that. Our journey finally ends as she pushes open a nondescript door among many. A bar. As Kaoru wanders in, I stop dead behind her and try to make sense of my surroundings. I barely even hear the door close behind me.
面白い。今回だけは時間通りか。
はいはい。別にあんたのためじゃないから。
As I turn to the source of the voice, my heart skips. The woman behind the counter is her, of all people? She doesn't scowl at me, nor smile in reassurance. She simply keeps that flat, stoic face as she waits for me to say something. Eventually, she gives up and makes conversation herself.
タチアナ・フェドロワだ。何か飲み物はいかが？
あなたがこのバーを？
ただの趣味だけどね。
いいか、私はうまい飲み物を作れる。いずれお前をバーテンダー養成講座に送り込み、店で働かせてやろう。
Aww! Bro, Tatiana's like begging for someone to take a course on bartending so she doesn't have to do it alone. Kaoru airily waves her off as she saunters over to the bar stool and collapses on it. Somewhat comforted by neither having any ill intent, I idly walk over to the large windows making up one of the walls. All of Sapporo stretches out below me, its buildings of concrete and glass dwarfed by the snowy mountains framing them. Cars move this way and that as trains glide smoothly by each other, with Sapporo TV Tower reaching skyward in the middle of it all. For chump change, she says. I'm surrounded by those who shot at me, tried to kidnap me, but I don't feel a thing. No residue of revengefulness, nor anger or hate. I just stand and gaze out the window, at the city moving out below. All I'm doing is watching life go by while others truly live, just as I always have.
浅川城、
I turn to see Tatiana, the woman leaning against on the counter before her as she talks.
あなたは見てはいけない世界を垣間見てしまった。生きて逃れられたのは運が良かった。ほとんどのものはそうはいかない。
Lady Yonohara just said just the same. The affairs of mages are so cruelly indifferent. I may have made it out alive, but for what? It isn't that I feel sad or angry, I just don't feel anything really.
待って、何があったか、あなたたちは覚えているの？
As I look from one woman to another, the mood visibly falters. After some time, it's Tatiana who finally answers.
混乱した一週間だったと言っておこう。シノはできるだけ私たちに説明してくれた。
最悪の二日酔いみたいな仕事だったよ。大金を失うわ。人間関係はおかしくなるわ。それなのに何も覚えてねえんだもん。
Bro, Kauru's so real. I give a smile in spite of myself at the two of them. For two people who were intent on killing me, they seem rather alright, all things considered. The door opening draws my attention, though the others barely register it. As a woman about my height saunters through, my heart jumps. It's Shino!
シノさん、久しぶり、ほのかちゃん。
It's difficult to marry the cheerfully smiling woman in front of me with the image of me frantically begging her for help in the cemetery.
どう？一段落して落ち着いた？誰にとっても大変だったよね。
I open my mouth to answer, but the words fail to come. What is there to say? I feel like I've changed after going through so much, but been put right back to the life I had just a few months ago. Normality is now almost as surreal as that illusion. Bro, words are so hard right now. Normality is now almost as surreal as that illusory world of Yasue's conjuration. For all I once adored, reading and looking smart to others with fanciful words, now I end up just giving a simple, stupid shrug.
まあ、忙しくしてるのはほのかちゃんだけじゃないよ。でも、図書館の仕事を辞めたんでしょ？
Shino answers with a cherub-faced grin, theatrically stepping aside from the door. She totally made Yasue a puppet! Confused, my eyes shift to the flash of yellow I noticed from behind her. I'm left speechless as the woman glides into the room, her free-flowing white hair unmistakable. Shino is the GOAT, dude! This isn't possible. I can't believe it. I can't do anything but stare in stunned silence as the woman stops before me. I open my mouth to try to find something to say, but nothing comes out. Minutes pass before I finally manage to mumble so much as a word.
安江。
She looks confused about what to say. More than anything, I try as I might to make eye contact. She avoids it even as I tilt my head to try to look at her.
ずっと前から何かに使えるんじゃないかと思って予備の体を作っておいたんだ。保険って言えばいいのかな。自分で言うのもなんだけど、結構いい出来だと思うんだよね。
She's like, my job here is done. With that, she skips over to the bar and to leave Yasue and I to each other. With a surreal mix of relief and pain this is, the events of the last few months flooding my mind all at once.
ごめんなさい。何度謝っても償いきれないことをしてしまったわね。
Bro, we gotta get Shino a girlfriend. Yasue finally looks at me, but I can barely make out her face as the tears start welling up. Aww. My emotions, once suppressed, now flood me all at once in an uncontrollable flood. Anger, frustration, sadness, relief, and happiness all mixed together. No, baby. I clench my fists to try and steady myself for all the good it does me. No. The dam breaks as I step forward to wrap my arms around her, overcome by the rush of feelings as I try to make some coherent point. She pulls her arms around me as I weep into her chest. I don't care anymore. I can feel her now. She's real. She's here. I was the one who offered this body to her. What happened was a sin we both bear. To see her before me now, to finally feel some sort of hope after losing her all over again.
ほのか、愛してる。安江、償うって言うなら、二度と私を一人にしないで。
Aww.
また大事な人を失うなんて耐えられない。約束するわ、ほのか。ごめんなさい。
I feel her tears falling onto my back as she shudders, holding me tighter than ever. All we do is hold each other, savoring each other's warmth. Eventually, reluctantly, we part from each other's embrace. My eyes linger on her face, unable to so much as look away from her.
ありがとう、しのさん。いくら感謝してもしきれない。私もよ。
Aww.
ねえ、よければ友達になってくれるかな。仕事は終わったけど、これからも会えると嬉しいし。もちろん。
Aww.
言うまでもないが、二人ともいつでも好きな時に来てくれて構わない。
I feel the brush of Yasue's hand against mine, too afraid to take it in her own. In response, I quickly grab it and hold her tightly. We can start over from here in the real world. Aww. Guys are together and happy. Well, we get a song at the end. Aww.
I think I love you.
Oh, Dana, thank you for the 10. Oh my god, we finished. Oh my god.
Baby girl,
Oh my god.
I think I love you.
Guys, what's going on?
You are baby girl.
Pina, thank you for the 10. Fence, thank you for the 5. Wait, I love this song. I'm emotional. We had a kiss earlier in the game. No. Guys, I'm emotional. We finished. Epilogue. Epilogue. I'm sure they'll kiss in the epilogue. Oh my god, oh my god, winter's finally over. Sitting at a table in Odori Park, I idly look towards the bright red Sapporo TV tower nearby. Its grinders reflect the springtime sun as the wire-frame structures arc upwards into the blue sky above. Oh my god, they're having perfect. Oh my god, Yasui in a normal ass outfit. Oh. The warm weather made eating outside a given. The park in the city center humming with people drawn outside by the fine day. It all feels faintly bohemian. Eating parfaits in the spring sun. As usual, my partner's rather more heavily doused in toppings than mine. I look back at Yasue, whose attention is wholly focused on her dessert. She's clearly getting used to her new body, her movements being slow and needing concentration. As for me, it still feels strange to see her in this world. Both of us have changed so much. In some ways, like we're relearning how to love each other. It's so strange. My heart usually races around others. I overthink everything and doubt myself for days afterwards. Around Yasue, though, I don't feel that anymore. Oh my god, guys, Honoka's finally wearing a different shirt.
そうだね。うまくいったようで安心した。
Her integration into modern society has been relatively unexpectedly quick. I was worried she'd be cautious around so many new things. Even simple electric lights were novel to her. But she's thrown herself at everything with a burning curiosity. Yet in the name of progress, not all things have survived as they were. Just as people pass, so too has a snapshot of this country which Yasue once knew. Trying to get a kabuki venue and revive her magical performances in the modern era hasn't been easy.
ごめん。この時代のこと、もっと早く正直に伝えるべきだった。ええ、でも仕方ないわ。随分と長い時が流れたのだもの。大丈夫よ、ほのか。どうにかなるわ。何かと忙しくしていた方が気が紛れるもの。何でも力になるからね、やすえ。
Both of us are startled, our words reaching each other without anything being spoken. Oh my god, do they have mind link because they shared a body for a little bit? This too is another surprising change. A relic of sharing the one body for some time, it seemed. Yeah, oh my god, they can mind talk. The moment is ruined a little by her rush to stop a drip from her melting parfait. She can't help but show her enjoyment of her modern sweets as she pulls back with a wide smile, which proves infectious. I do try to take her out for fancy dinners, but she's perfectly fine with desserts, snacks, and fast food, things she never had in her time. Well, I don't really mind. Simple things like this can be good as well. These months of leading Yasue about and teaching her about the modern world have given me a welcome reprieve from the darkness of solitude. Aww! Yasue's gaze shifts past my shoulders and makes me turn about. The sight of two others enjoying the sunny day catches me by surprise. The taller of the couple catches my eyes, soon sauntering over with her companion.
こんにちは。ほのか、やすえ。久しぶりだな。
よ。
Yo.
ごきげんよう、二人とも。変わりなさそうね。
No, friendship.
こっちはいつも通りだね。雑用を片付けてバーに顔を出してる。二人ともずいぶん機嫌良さそうじゃん。
I just will at her words, both from remembering everything that happened and from still finding the woman a little intimidating. Yasue thankfully has no such
また
concerns.
歌舞伎をやるのに魔術をどう使おうかと思ってほのかに現代のことを教えてもらっているの。 今日はスーパーマーケットに行ったのよ。いろんな調味料があって感動しちゃった。
そうだな。世界中の食べ物にどんな果物や野菜も一年中置いてあって、私たちはそれを当たり前のように受け入れている。
世界といえば、今度2人でイタリアに行こうと思っているの。
Mamma mia!
現代に戻ってきたばかりの者にとって刺激が強すぎないか？
Oh my god, has Yasue ever been on a plane?
実は私のアイデアなの。論文を書くのに資料が必要で。
I may say that, but I'd only speculated I'd like to see Italy one day before Yasue excitedly suggested we go there as soon as possible. After explaining the complications, we worked out a middle ground of going later this year. I'm glad for it though. For the first time I can remember, I find myself working towards something I genuinely want.
世界を見て回れるだなんて楽しみね。一般人がどこにでも行けるなんて信じられない。ほのかと一緒に初めての世界を見られるだなんて。
I like that Yasue is like the excited little extrovert for Honoka's introvert.
その様子だと飛行機を気に入るだろうな。
Tatiana's eyes aren't on Yasue, whose face betrays her earnest eagerness, but on my own slightly pained face. I'm sure she'll love seeing Europe, but the experience of getting there will be a lot for her. Certainly more than escalators or air conditioning. Wait, question. So Yasue is like she's in a puppet body. So like, does she have papers? Can she get a passport and like a visa? How does this work?
そうだ。いい業者を知ってるから。
Oh,
偽造パスポート。
thanks, Kaoru. Never mind.
言ってよ。
Never mind. We're good. My question was answered if I waited 1 second.
ありがたいけれど、私はもう申請しました。
Yasue's confused glances to and fro remind me of the real problem. Without birth documents or any form of ID, getting that legitimately for her would be rather difficult. It seems it won't be so easy to escape the underbelly of this
新
world.
しい体はどうだ？全身擬態とはどんな風なのか想像もつかないな。
感覚が鈍くなったような気がするの。何もかも一瞬遅れて伝わってくるというか、感じたり手足を動かしたりする前に全て翻訳が必要だと言えばいいかしら。他の人に指示をしているような感覚なの。
More than once she's fallen over, and she's crushed or dropped things from her unsteady hands. She moves far less elegantly than I remember in general, though she is getting better with practice.
まあ、文句を言える立場じゃないわね。こうして2度目の機会を与えられただけでもありがたいことだもの。シノさんもちゃんと扱えるようになるまで
Where is Shino?
数年かかると言って
Speaking
いた
of the
し。
devil,
そういえば、シノさんはどちらに？擬態を作るのに随分苦労したでしょうから、改めてお礼を伝えたいの。
see, even Yasue is asking. Tatiana and Kaoru look to each other, their faces concerningly troubled.
シノはもういない。
What do you mean left? Wait, what do you mean left?
もう行ってしまったの。
Tatiana gives a simple
だが
nod.
姿を消す前にバーに書き置きを
What?
残してい
Why?
タチアナ、カオル、ありがとう。ほのかちゃんと安江さんに会うことがあったら、別れの挨拶をよろしく。私はずいぶん長生きしたし、これからも生きていくんだろうけど、みんなのこと、
Aw,
ずっと
Shino.
忘れないよ。
I will say, Shino is in fact the GOAT of this game. She is like truly the reason we were able to like make it out of here okay. Truly the GOAT.
これまで生きてきた人、これから生きていく人の中で、私たちは出会った。運命だったのかもしれないし、偶然だったのかも。何にせよ、奇跡のような出会いだったと思う。その一つ一つの奇跡を大切に生きて、そのおかげで今の私たちがある。失った悲しみの中でも、奇跡は 私たちを通して生き続ける。みんな改めてありがとう。楽しかったよ。
Oh, Shino.
じゃあ次なる冒険に出発。
あいつは私たちの人生に入ってきた時と同じようにあっさりと去っていた。実を言うといつかこんな日が来るだろうと覚悟はできていた。
I looked at Yasue in slight confusion, receiving the same look.
いなくなったのはいつ？
1、2週間前かな。どうして？
Yasue holds up her phone, one of her first and now most beloved possessions in the modern
シ
world.
ノさんはね、連絡先を教えてくれたの。
Oh,
昨日ちょうど
okay, they
電
can
話を
still
受け取っ
text.
た
We
ば
live in
か
the
り。
modern age.
いつでも連絡して。タチアナとカオルにもそう言っといて。
I want to point
ど
out,
こにいて
I
も
think this is so funny.
絶対
These are
返事
free
す
to
るから。
use PNGs. Aomama uses one of these PNGs as well. I have this site saved because they're free to use PNGs. They're royalty-free PNGs that you're allowed to use. Just I just want to point that out because I use them too. We love copyright-free content. Tatiana snorts in amusement in an oddly ill-fitting way.
最後の最後に気が変わったというわけか。邪魔したな二人とも。ゆっくりしてくれ。連絡先はまた今度教えてもらおう。失礼する。
Tatiana turns on her heel and walks away with a hand in the air. Kaoru quickly blurting out her own reply before she gets too far.
またいつか飲みに行こうって言っといて。
With that, she quickly skips back up to her partner. The two slowly disappear down the road, sharing an animated conversation all the
ほ
while.
んとおかしな2人だよね。
あら、私たちが言える言葉じゃないわ。
みんなそれぞれの道を歩き始めて自分の人生に戻ってくみたい。もしかしたらまたシノさんに会えるかな。
多分ね。会えるかもしれないし、会えないかも。でも、二人とも確かに出会えたんだもの。それだけで小さな奇跡だと思うわ。私たちが出会えたこともね。
As she reaches towards me, Yasue wears a calm and contented face. I'd seen it so many times in her world, but never understood what that happiness felt like. Yet
や
now,
っぱり、ほのかは笑っている方がいいわ。
aww,
そうかも。
it's a smile we have the chance to share together in this wondrously, wonderfully bright world. Aww. It's over. It's over. Oh, my eyes. Oh, my eyes. Guys, we finished the game.
あ、タイズインブラッド。血のちぎり。
Oh! Wait, that's so cute. That's so cute. Aww. Oh my god, like with the music. God, we finished a game, you guys. I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the hues are shifting. Aww. I finished more than 3 games this year. Oh my god, you guys. Like, I feel like I went through like an emotional roller coaster. I just love that, like, Honoka really latched on to the first girl to give her attention. I think it's the funniest shit on earth. And you're so real for that, girly. So real for that, girly pop. Secret ending? What secret? Is there a secret ending? And Corey, thank you for the prime. Also, thank you guys for all the subs earlier. I do appreciate that. Now all the CGs. So look, guys, a kiss. See, look, kiss. There was a kiss. There was 2 kisses. Well, that might have been the only kiss, but you know. Aww. Oh, cute. Oh my god, me when I accidentally get an achievement. Who is she? Oh my god, and you can listen to all the soundtrack. Oh. I see. Oh my god, yeah, Achievement Hunter Hugh. Aww. Guys, I feel like that bittersweet feeling when you finish a game. I love that the main screen changes though when you finish. Gosh. Well, guys, we finished the Tithe and Blood. It took four streams, but we did it. I'm so proud of us. Next stream's gonna be Monday, and we're gonna be continuing Little Goody Two Shoes. Maybe we can finish that before the year ends. I feel like we're not. It might be the first game we finish in 2026, though. Oh my god, guys. Well, I think you have 2 normal streams. You're not finishing. Yeah, maybe. All right, well, that kind of ended perfectly on time with when we normally end stream. Will I be streaming on the 31st? I don't know yet, because my family might want to do something. So, like, I don't know if we're doing something or not. Because if we are, then I'm not streaming. And if we're not, then I will stream. It really just depends on, like, what my family wants to do. So I'm not 100% sure just yet. I'll let you guys know on Tuesday. But thank you guys so much for the awesome stream. I hope you really enjoyed A Tithe and Blood. You guys should go support the devs. Go check out other Studio Lane stuff as well. Yeah, next stream's gonna be Monday at noon. I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for playing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.